This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Stay tuned for further instructions. This is not a test.
so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Welcome to the MTAQ Cars and Coffee. If you want to see videos like this, just hit like, hit subscribe, costs you nothing. Smash the bell. And have a look at the description about MTAQ down below. There's some links there. Go and check it out and have a look at what they're all about, because yeah, you'll be pleasantly surprised. And let's go and catch some action. Mitch, I've asked to have a chat to you today because anyone that watches our live show will know quite often we mention the Hyundais, and we've mentioned the i30N a lot. So I believe, and I've not driven one yet myself, but I believe these
You always take it for a spin if you want.
yeah, that's the go. I believe it's certainly one that's worth getting, like,
Absolutely.
because of the versatility of it.
Look, you know, I can put my mum, my grandma, and my wife in the car and take it for a drive down to Tweed Heads for the day cruise.
Yep.
Or I can leave them at home and head out to Lakeside or Queensland Raceway.
You've
when
done
they
a
have
few
look
track
at.
days already,
I've
haven't
done
you?
2.
Yep.
I've done 2 so far. So if you told me that I'd be taking an i30 to the track, I would have laughed at you. But for what it is, for Hyundai's first dig at a little hot hatch, it's an amazing little car.
Yeah. So definitely a recommendation if someone's looking for that crossover between daily and...
Yeah, absolutely. And they've just come out with a fastback, so a lot of families are getting the fastback model.
Yep,
Gives
okay.
that little bit of extra room, bit of extra boot space. But for me, I'd highly recommend the hatch.
Yeah.
It's definitely my go-to.
And are you finding yourself, changing those modes all the time when you're out driving on a Sunday?
I think I've done eco mode once when I picked my wife up from the hospital, and since
just to show
July,
that you're driving,
just to show that I'm
behaving driving.
Yeah, nice and quiet and relaxed. But between N mode and custom, it's all the modes are set to full except for the suspension in custom, just to give me that little bit of extra cushion if I'm just driving around the city kind of thing.
Yeah,
it gets a bit bumpy.
But it sounds great.
Sounds great. From stock, nice pops and bangs up through the gears, but I've recently put a res delete in it, and they've doubled and tripled in noise, doubled and tripled in amount. It's a great little car, and you can't help but get a smile when you get the pops and bangs on.
Yeah. Now, have you always been into hot hatches, or what?
Well, I've had Subaru little hatch before, but all my other cars have sort of been sort of the sedan-y 4-door. But out of
You've
all
had Skylines and everything, haven't you?
there's 32 for a
30.
small tire.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just get more fun driving this little
Really?
4-door little Hyundai hatch.
Well,
I do miss the Subaru all-wheel drive, but the e-diff in this thing's great in the corners.
Okay.
It really.
That's where you
kicks in.
really notice it in the
Yeah.
cornering.
Turn in, and you can actually feel it sort of pull you through the corners and hold you through the corner. It's a great little diff.
Okay, that's interesting. And what got you into cars, mate? Obviously, you've got a bit of a passion for cars.
My old man was not much of a car guy, and he'd always get a bit antsy when I'd rock up in a loud car. So I always liked something.
You rebelled.
Yeah, a little bit, but people don't look at this much and think that it's got too much under the bonnet, or it's going to make too much noise, and they're pleasantly surprised. So I just like the little sleepery aspect of it.
Nah, good. And what was your first car?
It was a 1995 Mitsubishi Lancer CC.
There you go.
Bright red.
There you go. Mate, we all got to start somewhere, hey?
Started from the bottom.
I know Tyler's there. He's still driving his Mitsubishi Mirage. So
First
car.
Mitzi.
Mate, Mitch, I appreciate that. And check. It's good to see one up close because I've seen him at the track days, but haven't really stopped and had a good look at him.
Want to take it for a spin? I'm happy to jump in the passenger seat.
we might do that.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Thanks, Mitch.
No worries. Thank you.
Reg, now we've seen you at many, many car shows.
I've been around a long time.
But
I don't think too many people realise until you pop the bonnet and
Yeah.
what's going on here.
It's all under the bonnet.
It is, and I know you like to wake up a few of us young fellas at the lights occasionally.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Mate, tell us about it. Tell us about the car. So what is it?
It's a 1951 Ford Custom.
Yep.
Four-door sedan, that's all it is, and I've owned it now nearly 50 years. But it's, I mean, I was in the delinquents, I was the policeman in the delinquents with Kylie Minogue, 89, I think, released in 1990. Expo for Rock and Roll Weeks, I've been around it. I've done a lot for Channel 9, Channel 7, a lot of their shows.
Yeah.
But I've got older now, I'm 80 this July, so.
Oh, yeah.
I've got old and grey, so.
Oh, mate.
But it's
You don't
just
look
a
a day over
curiosity.
79.
Curiosity thing, and I have been. I worked for 61 years, and I give it away, and then I got crook with a prostate cancer. But the thing is that these are the things that keep you out of the dark spots, and honestly, that's what motivates you.
Yep.
So, I mean, I've been playing around now with turbos and superchargers, and till I got to what I got now.
Well, let's mention that. What is going on under the bonnet here?
Well, this particular engine now is all scat inside. It's got a 4 1/8 inch steel crank scat in it. It's got a HBM scat steel rods and Arias forged pistons. I did that because I wanted to play around with it a bit. But the hard part with these here, because you only got a maximum of 5,500 revs in them, you need the whole concept's change, you know, and that's the hard part, trying to get around what suits.
So it's not about having that big turbo sitting
No,
on there?
that won't work, mate.
Yep.
I spent a lot of money on turbos, and the original one I had success with was a diesel that I thought bigger and better, the same as off my Falcon Ute, but it doesn't work. But these here, the diesel ones, like these particular ones are off Mazda B2600.
Yep.
And they actually run up to 5,500, and they have 10 plus pounds of boost.
Oh,
this will
perfect.
hit 10 pound at 5,500.
Yeah.
Normally it's about 4,600 revs, you know.
Yep.
I've got 292 diff gears, so when I go to the coast I run 1,400 revs in fifth. It's got a 5-speed in it as well. And that's what makes a big difference to it. But it's a super cruiser. It's got 300mm discs on the front and 280mm discs on the back, and power.
Yeah.
So it does stop all right. But this engine is actually, it's relieved in the top of the block. We cut from the heads of the valves through into the cylinder. It just makes the flathead flow better.
Okay.
And it's 7.5 to 1 compression. It's got 175 pounds in each cylinder, and hitting that with 10 pound of boost gives you 400 pounds in each cylinder.
Wow.
Yes, I have done 2 head gaskets. But, I mean, it goes quite good. With the carburettor, the trouble is you've got, when the engine's running, it's got to suck through it for the fuel.
Yep.
And then you've got positive energy on the other side because it's a blow-through style setup. And then there's a couple of little things you've got to do to the carby. You drill the fuel hole and then run a couple of tubes around because it aerates the fuel and spills out everywhere. That's the problem when you add it with a turbo. So this here now is running the Sniper.
Yep.
The Holly Sniper EFI and fuel injection one. Brilliant.
You've spent a few dollars under the bonnet here.
There's $15,000 worth of bits in there.
Yeah.
Side valve stuff's there, you know.
Yeah.
So, but that, I mean, it's quite successful. The things here with the Holly, they have a lot of reference points. This only has 3. It's got the O2 sensor in the exhaust, the temperature sensor in the head, and then it uses the coil for counting. That's
There's so much you
simple
can
as that,
still
you know.
connect, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
You don't need it.
runs very well, you know.
Yeah.
It can tip the fuel in. Like I burnt the last, about 103 kilometres, and I put in 44 litres of fuel. So,
Yeah, righto.
all depends how much the wheels slip in the wet.
Well, you're going to get a bit today because we're getting wet now, aren't we? This is not the usual sort of car day, but this thing gets driven, right? That's the thing. You're out and
Goes
about
out
in it.
every Friday
Not
night,
afraid of a bit
and
of rain.
usually Sunday somewhere, just needs an excuse to go out. But not
We can
so
always
much
spot you
during
at
the week.
Munchies,
Yes.
out at Yank Tanks. I know you're usually
always
regular
there.
there,
Yeah.
so. But we might get out of this rain, and I
Alright.
appreciate you actually coming on and telling us about it because, it's always interesting, and we never knew about it for a lot of the times we'd seen it, a lot of years we'd seen it, what was sitting under here. So
It needs a plastic bonnet.
yeah, mate, just to tell us all and something
I'm in 4 set of
see-through.
bonnet hinges.
Mate, it is brilliant, and they get that whistle, and everyone goes, "Oh, what the heck's going on there?" Well done. Thanks for talking to us, Reg.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
right, Zane, a couple of things, mate. I know you watch already.
Yep.
And you've come out with your Skyline today, and Tyler wants to get some tips because he's got one on a truck on the way here, as you know. But what's going on here in the 34, mate?
Well, it's an RB 2530.
Yep.
It's sitting with a Garrett GDX 3582R. About 450 at the treads.
That's pretty respectable.
Yeah, it's definitely not its ending point though. Unfortunately we had a clutch blowout on the dyno, so yeah, it's currently just got a heavy duty in it. Blew the clutch on the dyno, and fortunately couldn't get anything more out of it. So saving up for a twin plate at the moment, and we'll run it again. It's currently running on E85.
Yep.
Went for the E85 because it's just a lot safer to run, and
We'll let this guy drive through. Hang on.
yeah.
Interrupting the process,
I know.
but it's all good.
Rude.
That's what happens when we get to a car show and then it'll get rain. But back to where we were. So yeah, E85 run at flex.
No, so it's straight E85 at the moment. I didn't really worry about the flex because I was a little bit focused. I sort of had a budget of about three and a half to get it up and running.
Yeah.
Had some dramas when I first bought it. Purchased it for about 25, and I probably spent about 4 into getting it up and running again.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit of dramas. Found out the fuel pump was undersized, 750cc injectors, so we sort of changed all those over and got the retune.
Okay. Now, not your first Skyline either.
No, so I had a 33.
So you've been there, done that.
Been there, done that. I love me 33s, but luckily I came across a cheap 34 of a friend, and he obviously didn't want it anymore.
It is
So-
33 is boat weather today, though.
Yeah, I wish.
Mate, yeah, look, when did it start for you, though? Your passion for cars?
Probably on my first movies. Like
Yep.
I definitely around a lot of Fast and Furious, got into a lot of my experience.
Yep.
Love watching all the cars go around. Definitely Tokyo Drift, as I think is everyone's favourite as far as the Jap scene goes. But
Very much like Tyler.
yeah,
The same era.
my father's always been into cars as well.
Yep.
He's currently got a 71 HQ with a 454 in it.
Sounds a little bit similar to us, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so he definitely started me in the scene, helping him out, going down to events such as Power Cruise. Then I sort of got sick and tired of sitting in the passenger seat and wanted to learn how to do it myself. So I saved up some money, went out and got myself a Tuffy.
And what about the first car? What was that one?
The first car was just a little,
We all got to start somewhere.
naturally aspirated.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a big jump to go from probably 200 honest horsepowers to
What model was the first car for you?
33 Series 1 I had.
So you started off in the Skyline.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
look at that.
learnt to drive in Commodores and
Yeah.
went straight to the Skylines because I sort of fell in love.
Right, done well.
Yeah.
And anything for the future now? What's next?
Probably next I'd say is just sorting out the dramas and getting it streetable.
Yeah.
So at the moment we got a couple of issues with the shocks and the suspension.
Yep.
Obviously the clutch I'll fix and might probably take it up to about 500 at the wheels.
Wow.
The tuner says we can easily, the turbo's rated for about 700, so the tuner says we can probably push it to about 600 at the wheels, but there's only so much I want to take it before it goes from a street car to something you've got to manage every time you take it out to the track.
Yeah, spot on. That's the thing with big horsepower, it becomes upkeep as well, doesn't it? So, but no, that's pretty respectable what you got going on there now, mate, and appreciate you coming out and having a chat
no
to us.
worries.
Thanks, Zane.
Thanks heaps.
Wolfgang, good to have a chat. eMotion Concepts, this is the company. Now you've got obviously some electric mobility items around here at the moment, not just, well, scooters, but there's a bit of a mixture of everything here, isn't there?
Yeah, so with eMotion Concepts, what we really have been looking at is sort of the urban transport side of things, you know, and with that sort of it's all about low speed electric transport.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we range from certainly a smaller size scooter, right up to, this is like
passenger as well as urban transport of goods.
Yep.
And with our transport side, we again have looked at the low speed side, and these scooters, for instance, the iLark is a scooter which is very similar in the use of the Lime scooters, you know,
Right,
or Newton
yes,
scooters, which you can hire, but for a personal side. We say that our scooters give you more safety, more agility, more fun.
Okay, because what speeds do these get up to, I guess?
Okay, these ones here, legal in Queensland is 25 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
You know, for them, no registration or driver's license required. Our other vehicles go up to 50 kilometers an hour, and in Queensland and WA, South Australia and the Northern Territory, they're classed as mopeds and can be driven with a normal car license,
Okay.
but have to be registered.
Now, there's also a few different things about the way that these handle, and now you showed me before how they keep upright,
Yes.
isn't it? That's the big difference with these.
Yes. So the two wheels in front obviously give immediate a sense of more stability, but also because it's got a double wishbone suspension, the way it handles over bumps or uneven roads is quite different to your normal two-wheel scooters. The other big advantage of these scooters is that the wheels are quite large. A lot of the Lime scooters and so forth, they have maybe about 10-inch wheels,
Yep.
you know, and any holes in the or potholes or uneven footpaths, you know, will actually be danger for them. Our wheels are 14-inch in diameter to the outside, and that obviously gives it also a little bit more stability.
Right.
All our vehicles in the personal mobility side have battery exchange. They're swappable batteries.
Oh, okay.
And we find that this is probably the way to go for the smaller size, because
You don't have to wait for that charge time.
that's correct. You can always have a second battery,
Mhm.
you know, or you can park your vehicle and take the battery up to your office, you know, or at home you take it inside and charge it inside.
Okay. And now how far does the battery go?
Well, with these little ones here, you can have a range of 35 kilometers, and some of the other ones go up to about 90 kilometers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can have as many spare batteries as well, of course.
Well, that's
It's up
correct,
to
you
you
know.
how many you want to take.
For the commercial applications, we don't see any other way than having a battery swap. And that's simply because the battery is really just your fuel tank.
Yep.
And in some ways, you know, you imagine that you have your car refueling for 5 hours.
Yeah. It's
You
just
know,
not practical.
Yes, and in the commercial environments, you know, you want to deliver, you want to move, transport goods, you know, and you can't have your vehicle, which is doing the job, sitting just around.
If anyone wants to have a sticky beak at these, where do they find you?
www.e-motionconcepts.com.au, but you're better off probably going to our EMOS website, which is emos.com.au.
We'll throw a couple of links down the bottom in the description for you as well.
No
So
worries.
go in, have a look, check it out. Something fun.
Thanks very much.
G'day everyone, how we going?
Welcome, Overtakers.
here we are, another week, and yeah, we've caught the coronavirus well and truly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're ready, aren't we?
Yeah.
Lucky we're ready. That would come around really quick. What have we got to talk about this week?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. You got nothing?
Not really.
Well, let's do a shout out and see who's here.
Yep.
Who's here to hear us talk about nothing?
Yeah. Paulie. Paulie's going to haunt anyone he's going to haunt the shit house of anyone who doesn't hit the like button. Mal's here. G'day.
So
Gary.
you won't have any toilet paper, but you'll have Paulie.
Chris Young. Gary Sparkplug. Yahtzee. How you going? Mal's here, I think I said. Trevor Smith. How you going? Gleno. Sally. Johnny Skidpig. He's playing a bit of barefoot bowls tonight, but he'll still be tuning in.
And congratulations,
in
Johnny got his HR license today. Congrats. Well done,
Well
mate.
done.
Got through
Awesome work. G'day, Lynn. Benson Hedges. Welcome back, Benson. Sambo, how you going? Marv. G'day. Roy Ferntalk. He's also tuning in, but he can't see the whole show as he's playing drums in a band tonight.
Oh, sweet.
And James Bayliss.
Where you playing, Roy?
And Matt Crick. How you going? That's
Hey.
everyone.
Hey.
Logical Volcel. Scott Sherrington.
A couple more.
I think that's all of them. Yeah, those were just new in there by the time I scrolled back down. So.
Okay. I'm just open up, so I got some comments because at the moment I've got none. I was in the middle of reading a few news stories, so there we go. Pop out chat. There we go. All live chat instead of top chat, so I get all the comments, and we're good to go.
Trevor Smith says, "Nice stash there, guys."
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Logical Volcel said, "I'm just here for the Hyundai story of the week."
I guarantee you we got one this week too.
And says, "Hope your boys Glen 20 those car product bottles." Well, they've been in Australia for
they've been in Australia for a lot longer than the virus has been around. Actually, the guy that imports it does have some other products to bring in, but said he won't because he doesn't want to be having to Glen 20 anything. He's a bit worried about it. So, so he's
Mr.
waiting.
Smitten, Zig, Michael Maven, how are we going?
But there's still a whole container full of this stuff in the country. Don't worry about that. And you can fit a hell of a lot of this in a container.
Yeah. And Mal said, "Sorry, can't see you guys for some products in front of you. What brand are they?"
Yeah, that's a bit of binder. Pretty excited about the binder. But we'll come to that. We're jumping ahead, aren't we?
And Paulie says, "Oi lads, pop around my place early on Saturday morning with some of that cleaning product and we'll give the BMW a clean. I'll wear a bikini."
Well, I was in for a minute until that last bit, and then I'm a bit scared.
That didn't seal the deal? And,
no, not at all. But I am impressed what you did with your car today. It's looking pretty magic.
Yeah, I do have a slide to show.
Oh, did you? We'll get to that. Let's do a shout out first to our mates at Superformance. I got to do the slide thing.
I got the shirt.
You got the shirt on this week. I got the hat. We got the signs up, and we'll be up there in the next couple of weeks shooting a video around the workshop at Superformance as well, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think Grant's coming along as well. So
yeah, he's going to be there on Saturday. He's meeting up with us at Nudgy.
One of the coolest hot rods that I've seen in a long time. And I think he's done a couple of builds on that hot rod, but it looks super sweet at the moment. He's got a Harley that matches it as well. Yeah, check that one out and you'll see the quality of the work that comes out of there. But in the meantime, jump on their site, jump on their Facebook, watch Rides Down Under. We'll be in the last episode of that. So had a chat to them.
Yep.
Talked about the cars that we saw there. So check that one out. James has got his Overtaking Lane shirt on. A couple of comments coming through.
G'day, Paige. No more racing. Paulie said, "Gee, way to hurt my feelings, Dave."
Mate, I was all in until the bikini.
And says, "Oh, R33 upgrades." Just some wheels at this point.
Just wheels so far. What else? Anything else? That's it.
Just for now, just some wheels.
Yep. I did take it for a lap earlier.
Yeah.
So it does go right. I may have hit 140 in the street out the front here.
Don't say that because the fine will come to me.
Well, that's fine. I'll say it.
We've
already got a fine. I got one last week. Was it last week? Yeah. Game over car shot on the way there. 77 in a 70 zone. Damn it.
And,
They got me.
Zane says, I was pretty impressed with Tyler's fuel economy. I tried getting the same amount, no luck.
Yeah. You've been burning the juice though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got 100. You've done 100 Ks and used a quarter of a tank, so it's all right.
No, you've done. How much have you done since you got it though?
Oh,
You did a full tank in the first day, didn't you?
I've done 400 Ks now, I think, in it since I've had it.
Then,
2 weeks.
Then there was a bit of an axle mishap.
Yeah, it fell out of the diff.
That was a bit of an issue. Seems to be going all right today. Didn't come out at 140. Not that I was doing that. It was a private road. I think Bob's farm. We went out there. That's where a few people take Skylines.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
you want to hang out with the clutch kick junkies?
yeah, you've been watching a bit of their stuff, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, of course we've got the products out in front, the binder gear.
Mm-hmm. I do have a command for it, so you can check it out in our store.
There you go.
Everything's there.
So it's all up. Tyler did a bit of work on that last night, didn't you? Got the site, got the products on the site live. This is not every product, but it's a pretty good range of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the hydrophobic wax, the slick wax, it's very, very good. We're really impressed with it. It's made over in Korea, as people may be concerned about coronavirus before. It is made in Korea, along with Fireball and Pomp and all the other brands are all over there too, right? All your microfibers.
I'm not sure if they're over there or what they all did the training with the guy who makes this stuff. That's what it was.
Yeah. So, it is very, very good products, and we ranged it because we really like this product. That's why we like Fireball as well. Fireball is exceptional, and then this is Fireball equivalency at a next price point. It's sort of
at a consumer price point.
Consumer price point versus you want top of the line detailers products. Fireball. If you want top of the line consumer, this is it, and look, you won't be disappointed. The finish on that car today, and how much effort did you put into that slick wax?
Oh, none at all, really. You just go over it with the cloth after washing it. Slick wax.
So you dry your car, spray the slick wax on, 30 seconds, wipe it off.
Yeah.
And
you sort of buff it in a little bit and then leave it and come back along.
Yep.
You can leave it for a few minutes and be okay, 30 seconds even.
Yeah. So
and then back along, and then all the towels just fall off of it.
And then it's anti-static, so it creates an anti-static on your paint, and it's just everything slides off. So of course water and everything repels, of course, and then if you sit your microfiber on the bonnet, it'll just fall off.
Yeah,
it just slides off. So and it was quite funny because this afternoon Tyler wanted me to do a little a fix up on a paint touch up, and I said, well, we've got to mask it off. Nothing will stick to the slick wax.
Yeah, we couldn't tape it to mask it off.
Nothing will stick to that.
I've got a picture of the car. There we go. There's a picture of it this afternoon.
Yeah, it's exceptional for the fact that you were able to knock that finish on it pretty quickly. So definitely impressed. That's all I can say. Give it a go. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, for sure.
If I didn't back it, we wouldn't be doing it. So we've got some other stuff to test. We should have done an open up, like a mailbag with that towel we got sent. The drying towel. It's there, or is it already opened?
It's already opened.
Oh, grab that. We haven't tested this one yet, so we can't comment on the quality of this yet. We can only comment on what we've been told, but we will test it and try it out and let you know and see if the claims are correct. And we threw it out there was it in the Fireball video or after we did the Fireball video? It was in the Fireball video. We threw it out there that if there's a better one, then we challenge you to let us know and see if we can find a better one. They claim this is better than Fireball. We'll see. It's a big claim because of Fireball products, I was most amazed by the Fireball drying towel.
This is an authentic wipe once premium quick dry towel.
So
It makes a crisp noise when you open it.
there you go. It's fairly big towel. We'll let you know. We've got to activate it. So we've been told it has to be activated.
Mm-hmm.
That does make the picture look better. Hang on, just go back there. Yeah, that's cleared up the picture a bit. Oh no, there it comes. So it does have to be activated. So we're told we've got to soak up 2 litres of water in it.
Yeah, and then dry it out, and then soak it up again.
Three times, was it?
3 times.
And then it'll be ready for use after that. So we'll see. We'll see. No, we can't say. If it is all, then we'll put it on range. But until then, we'll wait and see. We'll let you know what our thoughts are. Did anyone get the Fireball towel? Because I'm still impressed with the Fireball towel. That thing's still good. Keep in mind with some of these products, the hydrophobic stuff as well, don't use those good drying towels.
Yeah.
Because
It's some throwaway towels.
Yeah, because it'll make your towel hydrophobic, and then your drying towel will repel water. So, which is the last thing I like to do.
If you've got, if you've got a Costco membership, it's the cheapest place.
For cheap towels.
Yeah.
Yeah, like $22 for a pack of 36 or 37 of them. We got some comments. We'll catch up on those.
We do. Let me scroll up.
Back.
There we go. Alrighty. Benson says he effed his car with swirl marks on the weekend. Sad days.
Oh.
Oh no. Gleno said, I'll be very interested into trying it out if it's cheaper than Fireball. I think the most expensive product in the range is $35.
And that's the tyre coating, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ultimate tyre coating. That stuff's the bomb, but
You
that's
use
the dearest
almost-
stuff. You use very little.
Yeah.
Now hang on. That where's the you used that today, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Interior cleaner. So there's hardly anything out of that. There's your slick wax. So that's the slick wax he used today, and he used did the whole car.
Yeah.
With that. So you can see how much is out of that to do a whole car. That's pretty impressive.
James Baylor says, but did you get any photos of Tyler actually washing the R33? No, we didn't.
You took the photos afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah.
He was meant to do some filming of it.
I forgot. Got carried away. Grant said, always use the best products available.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the reason I've changed my mind around the products is I've used a lot. I've used Mothers and Maguire's and Autoglim, Bowden's. The thing, Fireball and now Binder with those products is how long it stays clean for. That's the thing, and that slick wax is next level. We'll see how long your car stays clean for.
Yeah.
It actually just got rained on, so we'll have to see the bead magic of that. But if you don't have to wash it as much, and I know our mate Scott up at Willie's Wash and Wax, brilliant detailer.
Yeah.
So look him up, jump on his page, Willie's Wash and Wax.
Mm-hmm.
He drives around this little work car, Nissan Cube.
Yeah.
And he threw some photos of that up all shiny the other day and said he hasn't even washed it. That's the slick wax over the top of something from Fireball, wasn't it? It was the Fireball Easy Coat.
Yeah.
And then slick wax. And he hadn't, and he'd done like 3 washes on that car in 6 months and it was still shiny. And he's a detailer, so he doesn't need to wash his car that often because it stays shiny. So, look, I think that's what makes it a good product. Back to your comments. Sorry, mate.
Yahtzee says, anesthetic coating. How quickly can I slide across the hood in rush situations? Very quickly.
You fall off. You just go down the bonnet instead of right across.
James Baylor says, damn, so shiny. Benson Hedges says, don't cheap out on microfibers either unless you want your car to have lint all over it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You get all the fluffy stuff. But I know the guys at quite a lot of the detailers use those packs from Costco,
Hmm.
and it is the cheapest around. I found them on Amazon as well, but I think they're cheaper at Costco. But you got to get the membership. At Amazon, they're like $36 or $37 for 36 or 37 of them.
Paulie said did well on the gel coat on the boat. Dan Jess says looks great. Skid Pig says shiny. NIS says any tips on getting the missus to wash the car instead of pissing $15 a week down the drain at a car wash? I bought $100 worth of shit. She washed it twice.
Wow, that's no good. But I don't know. I always wash the car. Slick wax. Yeah, you don't have to wash it as often. It's easy.
Mal says if it's better than Fireball, then it will be amazing.
Talking about the towel, it's a big claim, isn't it? I know Mal got the towel. I've got the Fireball towel. It's exceptional.
Benson Hedges says how much are those towels?
They'll be $40, but we don't recommend them yet.
Yeah, we want to test it first.
We'll test it first. We don't want to recommend any products that we don't back.
Yeah.
So we can't be honest about that one yet because we don't know. So we've just got it. I just thought we'd share that with you and show what we've got. Once we test it, we've got in the future lined up. We've got some cutting compounds as well.
We've got some work lights,
some discs as well. The pads, polishing pads, all that sort of stuff.
And as I said, work lights. We've got battery chargers and maintainers and
all things lined up to test and see. So we'll bring more about that as we get to them.
Aaron Fuller, how you going? G'day.
G'day, mate. Good to see you. Got your new tools. You want a tool set from Nugget?
Nugget Garage, yeah. Hopefully see you on Saturday.
Yeah, we got anything else to say on that before we move on?
No, I'm still going through the comments. I'm trying to get through the comments still.
Quick.
Yeah, I've been trying.
They've already read them.
I've been trying. Yahtzee says, seems like a lot of effort to wipe my quick detailer off. Craig says, looks like a Rolls Royce floor mat.
That's a big bet. It does a bit. It is a bit thicker than the Fireball one.
Says, when does the sales rep come to Cairns?
Well,
it's all available online.
It's all about send it up there. We can't do deliveries, but we can send it, and there's postage available on the site. I think we've got that all sorted.
Paulie said when he runs out of Maguire's stuff, he'll give our gear a go.
Yeah, give it a try.
Aaron Fuller says too fancy for my rig.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. It's not that dear. Like most of this stuff is $20 a bottle or in the 20s. So. And that's equivalent to stuff I've been buying at super cheap. So,
Zig says it's just a bloody big blue ShamWow.
It looks like that, doesn't it?
Johnny Skidpig says, was that a big ass bog roll? Mad Kiwi says, how's the whiteness and diamante, Tyler? It's great. Goes well.
I was going to say, I just want to, so that we're not selling out, and then I was going to get like a roll of dunny paper with Overtaking Lane on it and say this is our new line because some Overtaking Lane TP.
Scott says it's a reusable bog roll. Mad Kiwi says congrats again too on your engagement. Thank you very much.
Leno's got another big boy blower.
Sorry, I'm still. You keep
sorry.
cutting me off while I'm reading. That's why it's taking so long.
Hurry up!
Well, I'm trying to get through it, but you keep cutting me off.
You there yet?
No. Mad Kiwi says, congrats on your engagement. That's another thing that happened on the weekend. Paige and I got engaged.
That's probably big news, isn't it? But anyway, back to Binder. No, I'm joking.
Back to the comments, actually. We've got to get through them. No more Racing says, needs a good car wash. Zig says, I was given some stuff called fucking wax and it was fucking crap. Paulie says, BOP. Hang on, sorry. That's a chat. They're having a chat. NIS says, who got engaged? Paige and I got engaged. Scroll down. Michael Maven says it makes it 1,000 times slipperier than the slipperiest thing known to man.
Yeah.
Benson says, I'll wait for your test. And scroll down. Galeno says, I use a big blower instead of a microfiber towel. I don't have to touch the paint to dry the car.
What is good is the smell of that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey?
It is good.
You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like bubblegum.
It is good. That's the car wash.
Paulie says nothing cheap in super cheap is worth buying either. He also said sell out fellas, make that dollar. James said,
If we find a good product, we're gonna be putting it online and selling it. So if we find a good product, if we don't, we'll tell you what's crap too. I think that's the other thing, is not just say what's good. We should let you know what isn't good. If that towel's no good, we should let you know that towel's no good. So things like that.
James Baylor said, what was that, the compromise? You got the R33 and she got an engagement ring. Fair trade. Congrats to you both.
I think that's why he thought now was the time to propose. She let me buy a car. This is a keeper.
Been planning it for a while.
Buying the R33.
Yeah.
And then you realise, hey, this is a keeper. Well, didn't you buy a set of wheels for the R33 on the day as well?
Yeah.
Just before popping the question.
A few hours before.
Can I get some new
on the
wheels?
way to our holiday for the weekend, I bought the wheels.
Can I get some new wheels? Yes, honey, you can get some new wheels. You're awesome. Will you marry me? Is that how it went down?
Pretty much. I was on the phone to the guy at the same time. He thought I was asking him.
Oh, funny. We got some comments about Tool Pro stuff. Paulie waxed his legs once.
He said, second easiest $50 I've ever made.
Yeah, some of the Tool Pro tools are okay. I don't mind some of that. Like a Tool Pro polisher, which is okay. But in saying that, we may have a deal coming for viewers as well on the rupees, whatever you want to pronounce it. They've got quite a top of the line polisher, and we might be able to get that as a group buy. So for anyone that wants to get one, we can get in on that and make it cheaper for each of us. So we'll do stuff like that as well, where we can. Anyway, let's go back. Let's jump into episode 37.
You brought the fact this week.
Yeah, that is a fact.
All right, on to the next story.
Episode 37, and I came out with a fact to do with 37, and I thought it would be this car here. This is apparently the world's most expensive car. I don't know about that, but that's what they're saying. It is at the centre of a legal battle, this car, because over the gearbox in this car.
There you go.
And the link to 37 is the fact that it is worth £37 million. So that's the dollar value on that car.
There you go.
So it's a Ferrari 250 GTO, incredibly rare. There's only 39 of them built. So that we can do this story again in 2 episodes, for episode 39. And it was built between 1962 and 1964. And there's a High Court battle.
We got $10 from Mal. He said, congrats on the engagement, guys. Thank you, Mal.
Well done. That's your tenner. You better drink.
Drink my... Cheers, and I'll drink my water.
Want to cap it?
I don't drink, remember.
Tried. Thanks, Mal. Thank you. Back to the story. $37 million gearbox, because that's the problem. It's the gearbox. He bought this car, but it was missing the original gearbox. And they said that he would source that and hand it over as soon as he got it, or whatever, for whatever reason he didn't have it. But that seller, the Washington-based lawyer, so he's taken a lawyer to court, he hasn't delivered. So, he's in breach of his contract, saying there's no rights to it, and he wants him to give him the money. Blah, 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 is the story. But, there you go.
Interesting. Paulie says 250 GTO is certainly the most expensive car. I believe the last one that sold was 56 million Australian dollars.
Well, if it was, well, maybe, it may have since this one was sold. This one was 44 million Australian, that says in here, unless that's 44 million American, maybe, actually. Sorry.
It's probably American.
Some wrong website. So yeah, that would probably be this car. Might have been this one, and now he didn't get it.
37 million pounds to Australian dollars is 72 million Australian dollars.
There you go. So he paid 72 million Australian for that car, and it is fairly recent because this court battle was December last year.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of months ago. There you go. Looks nice.
Mm.
Don't know if it looks $72 million nice.
Marv says kombucha's on Mal for Tyler. No More says congrats on engagement, mate. Thank you very much. I'm sure Paige is in the chat somewhere. Paulie says Ferrari still make parts for these and or repair parts, so it's a fair chance that the gearbox went to Ferrari. There you go.
Wow.
And
Probably sold it all.
Benson said, how do you even get that much money?
Yeah, I don't know. You sell a hell of a lot of binder products. At the moment, we've just bought a lot of binder products. I managed to buy, yes. I was that impressed by it. We went in and then come out with a couple of $1,000 worth of binder products. So we're well in the hole. But anyway, back to our episode. Episode 37.
Yep, on to the next story.
Let's talk about coronavirus.
Maybe it's coronavirus in this one, though.
Oh, it's COVID-19. Because that's the
So
official name now, isn't it? COVID-19?
Yes. As far as I'm aware. The event organisers and global corporations are moving to respond to the virus. And the Geneva Motor Show has been cancelled.
Yeah. I think...
because the Swiss government banned gatherings of 1,000 people or more.
So it's not going to happen. And it was meant to be today. I think the press
it was meant to open to the public today.
Yeah, press went in like on the 3rd, and then today, runs from today through to the 15th.
Yeah.
How many have they got? What, more than 600,000 people attended last year's Geneva Motor Show. But they did say last Friday, was it? That it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got a ban on that, and it's in effect until at least the 15th of March at this point. Ban.
There's been a lot of events that have been cancelled. We're supposed to be going to Sydney next month for an AWS, Amazon Web Services Summit, and that's been cancelled because of coronavirus.
You miss out on a work trip.
Mm-hmm.
You were actually looking forward to that too, weren't you?
Yeah, I was actually pretty excited. It's also cancelled the Mobile World Congress Technology Convention that was due to be held this week in Spain. Australia's third best car selling brand, Hyundai, has confirmed they've shut down factories. South Korea is currently suffering the highest number of COVID-19 cases outside of China. And there is also corporations that are moving to ban or severely limit staff travel. Formula 1 and Formula E races in China have been postponed. The International Olympic Committee is facing questions around the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, scheduled to begin in late July.
Some people have asked me if we thought we'll see a drop in car show attendance. I don't think we will yet here.
Probably not.
But maybe you will.
Maybe. The Bangkok International Auto Show, March 23 to April 4. Organisers have yet to announce any plans on that one. Regarding COVID-19, the New York Motor Show is up next from April 8, and organisers have confirmed plans to plough ahead. The Beijing Motor Show was set to follow in late April but has been postponed. And June brings the North American International Auto Show, with organisers likely watching and hope that the danger of the virus spread will diminish in the meantime.
Yeah, it's interesting. Look, they reckon actually a lot of the brands were potentially pulling out anyway. So a number of brands, it says here, even pulled out of this year's show before the virus reached Europe, including Citroen, Ford, Jaguar, Lamborghini, Land Rover, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Opel, Peugeot, Subaru, and Volvo.
But it also goes on to say that that's not unique.
Because of costs.
Display costs and declining market influence from the motor show have led to more car makers backing out.
Yeah, they say that they don't get as much sales out of the show, so
out of the costs that they got to outlay
to do it. There you go. All right.
Let's scroll up. Paulie says F1 weekend, lads. Well, we've got the show on. We've got the cruise.
Yeah,
of course.
Got the cruise, but
it's going to be fun.
There was a lot of. Someone said to me the other day, what would you do if someone gave you free tickets to the F1? I said I'd go.
Yeah.
I said I'd still go. Bugging the virus, I'm going. Yeah. Any other comments?
Scroll down. James Baylor says, I am Katowice. Counter-Strike had their grand final with an empty event hall.
Really?
There you go. Mal says Olympics are this year. Will they go ahead? James Baylor says at this stage they are. Paulie says there is a chance that they're going to can the Olympics.
I reckon they will. In the end.
Marv said so long as this crap doesn't cancel Rocky Nuts.
Yeah.
Scott says I've had coronavirus for 30 years. It hasn't killed me yet, though my wife nearly has a couple of times when I brought things home.
I've missed my car entry to Rocky Nuts. I've missed on my opportunity for that. Everything's sorted to get the car up there. And now I don't have an entry. So maybe we'll just have to go and cruise with you, Marv. I'm pretty sure he'll take us for a run.
Yeah. Zig says Corona beer shares have dropped. There you go.
Yeah, I actually heard that. They actually have, yeah. They're obviously nothing to do with it.
Paulie says the thing about COVID-19 isn't the lethality of the virus, it's how transmissible it is from person to person, and infection is extremely easy and fast.
Yeah, correct. It with the pandemics, as I get to that, there's different types. Obviously, you have some viruses that don't travel as fast, but they're more deadly. I think like SARS was one of those. So it wasn't as deadly. It was very deadly, but it didn't travel as quick. It wasn't as easily. What's the word? You didn't catch it as easy.
Yeah.
Wasn't transmitted as easy. Whereas this one is, you can catch it quite easily, but then it doesn't kill off as many people.
Yeah.
Many people survive it. They go through it, and what will happen is we probably just got to go through this whole phase and then build a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
Like, I think I watched a news story that said something. It's just a herd tolerance. So you eventually get a herd immunity, they call it. So we may not see an end to it until we build that up as a race. So anyway, we on to the next story.
Yeah, we've got scrolling down.
The drying towel.
Dan just says I have coronavirus. It's killing me. James Baylor says we all have coronavirus. That's why we're here every Thursday night.
Yeah, that's it.
Chris Young says the flu kills thousands of people every year, even with the vaccine.
It kills more people. Yeah,
it's like 100 and something.
Mind you, the vaccine for the flu. Go get the bloody flu shot. I get the flu shot. You haven't had the bloody flu shot. You're getting it this year. He never gets the flu shot, and his wife works in a pharmacy. They could give him not your wife, but Nellie. But she works in a pharmacy, and she can give you the flu shot.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Just got to get down there.
Yeah, but they reckon if everybody, not everybody, but if at least 80 or 85% of the population actually went and got the flu shot, we'd actually eradicate the flu.
There you go.
Yeah. But a lot of people won't. Anyway, off topic. That's certainly not about cars.
Paulie said he'll be live streaming the F1 at the car show. He doesn't miss the quali.
Fair call.
James Baylor says if you come into the Grand Prix, I'll see you there.
Let's just mention the cruise.
Yeah. We're going on a cruise on Saturday. Starting at Coomera BP at 9 a.m. We'll leave there at about 9:30. Head to Nudgee Shell, I think it is.
Yep.
That's about 10:25, 10:15 we'll get there. We'll sit there from 10:25 is when we'll start the 15 minutes, and we'll hang out there for 15 minutes before we leave, and we head off to Bunnings at North Lakes. And I can't remember what time we get there. It's close to 11, 11:10, 11:15. I don't know how long it is, but it's on our event. It's on our Facebook pages where you can find all the information.
Yep.
And we'll sit there for 15 minutes before we head off to Advanced Motorsports in Caboolture.
For the Dyno Day.
Mm-hmm. Car show.
Dyno Day.
And we'll hang out there for a few hours and then head off to Joe's Diner afterwards.
There's some cool cars coming already. So, and not to mention what'll be already at Advanced, right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we'll cruise to Joe's. Like, it's going to be a big day. But you don't have to stick around. You don't.
Joe's Diner's always a massive meet, and food's cheap, so.
Yeah, and he owes us a freebie. He said he'd do us a free meal, remember?
Yeah, Steve? He said it's cancelled if we don't go to the next one, so we got to.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said.
There you go. We've got to go to Joe's. Get our free feed.
Yeah.
Good on him. All right. Next story. We up to that?
Yep, I'm just scrolling through and reading some comments and reading some of them out. Benson says he's going to stay out of Sydney for a few months. Should be fine out here in the bush. Scott says, no, it's your imagination, Dan Jazz. Coronavirus is totally non-lethal. Paulie says flu kills most people through other complications from having the flu. Usually death is through things like pneumonia.
Same as coronavirus, same thing, yeah.
And most deaths are in places where medical support is very limited, and that's the same as coronavirus. Is if you don't have your
they actually the reason I changed it to COVID-19 was because coronaviruses have always been around. They are a common flu, and so coronavirus is not new. COVID-19 is new.
Yeah,
it's just a different strain of a coronavirus. Anyway,
Benson Hedges says, "Aha, coronavirus! I just got that F. I'm slow." Big Keg says, "Anybody want to buy some toilet paper?" Dan just says,
"We need Overtaking Lane toilet paper."
Johnny Skid Pig says they should have called it Kung Flu. Paige said, "I've tried to get him to get it multiple times." Oh, the flu shot. That's what Paige is saying. I've tried to get him to get it. I'm just lazy.
Getting it this year.
James Baylor says, bit far for me to drive. I would have had to have left 7 hours ago. Paulie says, I'll be at Bunnings at 11. Awesome. We'll see you there. Mad Kiwi says, what about the Holden virus? They killed that one for the future.
Yeah, it's gone.
Mel says, can't wait for Saturday cruise. He has a spot in Dad's 67 if anyone needs a lift. There you go. So
if anyone's wanting to go along and thinks, hey, I'm not going to take my car, there you go.
He's got aircon.
He's got aircon. I'll be in the ute, so I'll be right. But you got aircon. We're not taking HJ this week, so we'll all have aircon. But he does have a spot.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's a right. He'll be at Nudgy. I may have a spare seat as well.
I won't.
So leaving Coomera.
My seat is taken.
It is. He's not bringing the 86.
No. I tried. I tried to get him to bring the grey BRZ.
Yeah, he should have brought the BRZ. Yeah, that would have been cool. It's a nice car. But
Paulie says when the BMW breaks down, I'll jump in with you, Mal. I'd hope your new BMW doesn't break down.
Looks pretty nice, that BMW. But that would be a very cool ride to go in with Mal. That is a favourite car of mine by far. That I really do like that build. It's very, very cool.
Gleno said he's trying to get Saturday off work, but if not, he'll be at Joe's. Awesome.
Yep,
we'll see you at Joe's anyways.
It, just meet up with wherever it works in. So not everyone can do the morning, not everyone can do the evening. You just do what you can do.
Michael Maven says, see you at Joe's Cafe Life.
See us there. We got Michael said pop down and show him the R33 as well. You saw that.
I did.
Got to pop down and have a coffee. He's only just down the road.
Marv says SARS and MERS were coronaviruses. They certainly were.
There you go. They were actually coronaviruses. There you go.
Grant says, looking forward to the cruise. Weather will determine what wheels we bring.
Yeah, fair call.
Mal said, is the flu shot vegan? I have no idea. I haven't checked that. But I'm sure I would get it anyways. I'm not that fussed on health things. Anything to do with health, I will have to do that. Sally says, no, I got to drive the shitty MUX. James Baylor says, don't forget the tray of the ute.
Put a few people in there. It'll be full of binder.
Marv
T-shirts and stickers.
Marv says the grey rebadged GT86. Says Mal, and halal certified. There you go. And Mal says, everyone wear shirts. Cool photo. Everyone should wear their shirts.
Yeah, there was a lot of people at Cars and Coffee at MTAQ with Overtaking Lane shirts on. And Mal said we should get a photo, and then we didn't get a photo.
Yeah.
It would have been a very cool photo. But if you've got an Overtaking Lane shirt and you're coming on a cruise, please, yes, wear it. Be part of the crew.
I have to make sure mine's washed, ready to go.
You've got two.
Yeah. The new one.
Yeah,
I have to make sure the new one's washed and ready to go. And Gleno said he can always give someone a ride from North Lakes to Joe's in the Shelby. There you go.
There you go. Just shout out. Post up on the page. All right, next story.
The world's biggest car market crashes by 80%.
So this is Carowner affected.
New vehicle sales plunge in China for the second straight month.
Yeah. So it's not all necessarily coronavirus affected, but it's certainly a part of it.
It had been declining, but not this heavily.
No, and it's had a massive slump over the last 2 months, but it's been declining, I think, for the last 2 years.
Yeah. But it collapsed 80% in February to send the country's huge car industry into an unprecedented paralysis.
It's massive. They're also saying is on the wholesale end that deliveries to dealerships were squeezed an eye-popping 86%. So it's pretty much nearly the entire thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not far off 100%, so it's nearly completely gone. It definitely smashing it. Toyota sales fell 70% in February, and but I think GM, BMW, Hyundai, Kia, Nissan, Honda, Mercedes-Benz, Peugeot, Audi also confirmed they would face serious challenges in the next first quarter sales. So
Toyota's sales fell 70% in February.
Yeah, so I just said that. You're not listening.
No.
Yeah.
I did the same thing as what you did.
I'm
I was sorry, I was reading the chat. And
because I don't listen to you.
We got another
mean you can get
$5.
away with
That's
it.
why I was reading the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It says a beer or for the honeymoon fund. Take your pick.
Well, what are you going to have a beer or a honeymoon fund?
Well, Paige said that anything we get out of the channel, I can put into the car. So it'll go to the Flex Fuel Fund.
The Flex Fuel Fund. It'll be the next mod. If you want to see us do a Flex Fuel conversion on the R33, keep helping us out. Buy some binder now. There's another way to help out. You get something from that. Like, we appreciate donations. That's just amazing because you guys just fork that out, and you get nothing in return. Just drop us a comment. Like, really, that's bloody cool that you would do that. Thanks, guys. But we're trying to do other things so you get some return for helping us out as well. So binder products and the shirts, and we've got ideas for a couple other shirts as well. The Stay in the Rocket Lane shirt, and Marv said tonight he wants a Carowner virus shirt, so we'll look at printing some of those up.
And
the bank balance may not allow us to print too many shirts at the moment. But but we'll try. We've got stubby holders coming. I've already paid for those. I'll ring them up. Maybe they're ready tomorrow.
Who knows?
I hope so.
The last thing in this story, the timing couldn't be worse for Tesla, who just opened up a factory in Shanghai.
Yeah, we did that story only a few weeks ago.
And they desperately needed Chinese cash flow to pay for it. So,
well, surely Elon's got enough money to pay for it.
And they desperately needed Chinese cash flow to pay for it. So.
Otherwise, they've got to use all Elon's money.
Did you see his shoes? He wore shoes onto the red carpet, and they were actually like Tesla Cybertrucks as shoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And someone actually took a video of him rolling down the road in his Cybertruck.
Oh, that's funny. All right, next story.
Yeah.
There we go. There's another story about China, because our coronavirus themed episode.
James Bayless says Flex Fuel, which system?
Heltec.
Yeah. It'll be running through the Heltec, and we'll get the Hoff to tune it.
So it'll be injector upgrade, fuel rails, the flex fuel, the lines, the fuel pump. That's what we pretty much. It's not too big a deal. Just some stuff. We've got to start doing some stuff and learning a little bit as well. We're not in any means mechanically knowledge. We don't have as much mechanical knowledge as a lot of the other YouTubers out there that we know you guys already watch, but we know you like that content too, so we also want to have a go and do it. And we've got the Honda Integra project coming up too.
Yeah.
You guys that are here know about that. But we'll have a video of that one coming up soon.
Yeah.
So and I guess a lot of that content's also helpful because if we do have a slump in car show attendance, we can just keep going with our projects, right? And if anyone wants to buy a Honda Integra at the end of the year with a few mods, they can get some money back. All right. Our next China story was China have launched satellites now. They've just launched a heap of satellites. They're low orbit satellites to distribute the coronavirus. No, it's not for that.
They're going to be trumping SpaceX by connecting directly to autonomous cars.
Yeah.
And this is Geely, who, if you've never heard of Geely, funnily enough, they actually sold more cars last year than BMW did.
Oh, right.
At 2.18 million.
No,
and that's just that Geely brand alone sold more cars than BMW.
I've not heard of it. So they're going to send, or they haven't sent yet, are they? They will send its first squadron of satellites into space later this year to help guide its future self-driving cars. They've put 2.27 billion yen, which is about $15 Australian. No, it's $500 million.
Yuan.
Oh, 500 million yuan. Yeah, sorry, it's not yen. That's the wrong country.
Yeah.
Whoops. Low orbit satellites.
Ramping up to 500 satellites a year by 2025.
That's a lot, isn't it? So and they're going to control the cars. Now,
it's a lot of space, Jim.
Did you know that they'll have nothing to do with Tesla? Tesla cars will not be controlled by any satellites. You know why? You don't, because you didn't read the story. But do you know why? I'll tell you. Just quickly reading. Because Tesla just didn't prep for that.
Yeah, well, they sent their satellites up, and their Starlink satellite system won't hook up with the Tesla cars because he admitted to analyst Musk in January that they never planned for it.
Yeah.
He said the antenna for that high bandwidth, low latency connection is sort of about the size of a medium pizza, which you could put on a car, but I think is more bandwidth than you would really need. But it's certainly something that could happen in the coming years.
Look, interesting, they're saying that it does... It opens up a lot of options for these cars to be able to run them through this satellite link up because it is a lot quicker because they're low orbit satellites, a lot quicker to get the information for sat nav and all that sort of stuff, and it's accurate within 10 millimeters. So pretty bloody accurate, right?
Yeah.
But they're also saying a world of full of autonomous cars could possibly clog up the 4G and 5G networks. So this plan from Geely, right?
Sidesteps that.
Yeah.
By delivering a reliable backup network. They also have no plans to open the satellites up to widespread non-automotive internet delivery, and it also doesn't plan to open source them to other tech companies. But it is a plan that is sure to involve the car brands it controls or owns, including Volvo, Lotus, Proton, Lynk & Co., and Mercedes-Benz parent Daimler, which it owns almost 10% of.
There you go. That's why it sold so many cars.
Well, no, just the Geely brand alone sold 2.18 million cars.
Well, I've never heard of it. I don't even think I don't know anything about cars. All right.
Yeah, G-Space is what they're called.
Oh.
It's an offshoot of Geely Technology Group.
I still got nothing. But yeah, no, that's cool. All right, anyway. Any comments around that?
Mal said, I will take the Integra. My daughter's boyfriend has a wrecked Type R, needs a shell. There you go.
Ah, sweet. Sweet. Although, there's a few people that already question how cheap we got it, so it is a good buy. We bought it for $1,000. It was advertised for $3,000.
Yeah.
We talked him down to $1,000. There's a great story behind it.
And all will be revealed later.
Yeah, we did talk him down. It is a really good car. But if you're keen for a shell, because we cannot promise on what condition the motor will be, because we just don't know how much boost we're going to put into it.
Yeah.
We'll be testing how cheap we can put boost into a Honda Integra with a stock ECU.
Yeah. That we can't
and no flash. No flash for the map. It'll be all stock. So we'll wait and see what happens there. And we've got to be able to keep it registered and roadworthy too. So interesting build. Any other comments?
No, not really. They're just having a conversation about XR6 utes.
Fair enough. Let's jump to the next story.
Yeah. Mansory creates the world's fastest USV.
USV?
SUV.
SUV, yeah.
The Urus. Lamborghini's already wild Urus is now quicker than a Porsche 911.
Now, I think we spoke about the Urus a while back, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe so, when they released it out. But now, if you want something with its own pretty full-on body styling treatments,
it looks good.
which has been added on for an extra something,
That's a damn cool looking SUV.
They have eked 1,000 Newton meters of torque out of the Lambo's SUV's 4-litre twin-turbo V8, and says the Venatus will hammer to 100 kilometers an hour in just 3.3 seconds, and a claimed top speed of 320.
Because that's what it's called, the Venatus, right? So it's a Urus. Mansuri's done their bit, and now it's a Venatus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is pretty astonishing that it can do that, because it's actually not much, if any, lighter than the standard Urus, which, despite weighing a couple of tons, was already the quickest production SUV, sharing its 3.6 second 0 to 100 kilometer an hour claim with the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk.
So that was at 3.6 seconds, right? But now it does 3.3. Yeah? Or whatever. No, 0 to 100 3.3. Yeah. And it was doing 3.6 before, but it's 0.3 of a second quicker now. Is that right? Yeah. That's right. I'm just tracking.
Mm-hmm.
I got this.
In this, there's a new
300 kilometres an hour.
320 kilometres an hour, yeah. They design and make all of their own carbon fibre pieces, so it's no surprise to find out that the stuff is absolutely everywhere on the Venatus. There is a new carbon fibre bonnet, complete with hot air extraction vents and new carbon side skirts as well. It gets even louder at the rear, because there's a new bumper, a stylish rear roof spoiler, and an astonishingly loud rear diffuser.
It's over 800 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
So that's impressive. Now, the interior.
Yeah, it's pretty full on as well. Very blue.
Now, I think... what was the... Who's
gone
that
to
story
auto
through
selling
car
days.
sales?
Yeah.
Now, they called it Blue Lou, or Dunny Blue or something they called it.
Dunny Lolly Blue.
Dunny Lolly Blue. There you go. There's the interior. It's still... It is very blue, but...
They've
it actually looks pretty cool too.
They've gone back to the auto salon days.
I don't mind it.
Mark said anything from Mansory is hideous, period.
I don't mind it. I think it looks cool, and I like the interior. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
Paulie said the Urus is hideous in real life. That, I can't imagine, looks great.
In the pictures, it looks good. It certainly looks a far cry better than my MUX. And it's got 800 horsepower. But I certainly won't be able to afford one. Do you know how much it's worth?
No idea.
No, they didn't tell us, did they?
No.
So,
this was at the Geneva Motor Show, which has been cancelled.
Yeah. So, this was... They're still launching cars for the Geneva Motor Show. Even though it's been cancelled, they are still chucking out there with their concept cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It looks sort of cool. It'd be a great daily. 800 horsepower daily.
Scott said to Marf that he just worked out that it's 8 weeks if he wins this week. That's if Sally doesn't knock him off.
And I can't believe that Sally got through twice.
I thought it was 7 as well. Let me scroll up and I can work it out.
Look out, he's counting you down now. He's going to check you. But...
That's 1, 2...
Yeah, Sally... There was a few more last week.
Yeah, this is the 8th one.
There you go. It's double checked. The judge's decision is in. It is the 8th. It is for a show
and
tonight.
Scott said, I thought it was only 7, but from Discord it's going to be 8. Marv said, Tyler, Scotty's bragging. Let the battle commence. Marv versus Scotty next week. Screw Nightbot. And Skid Pig says, Marv versus Scott. I second that.
There's a few votes for it. Well, if you all want it to happen, it's up to you. There's already an entry in there. I don't know. Someone's already entered. You put it up. I saw an entry that's already in it for next week.
Paulie's in there.
Paulie's already in there. So, Paulie's keen too. So it's up to the public. If everybody pulls out of it, Marf's the only entry, well, then he'll win. But if there's other entries, then it goes to the draw.
Paulie said, I've seen a couple of Mansory things that aren't too bad, but they certainly know how to go overboard. Mal said he loves the Venatus. James Vale says, that's bright.
It is full on, but I don't know. I just like it for some reason.
Benson Hedges says brown might look good. Scott said he was shocked when he worked it out. His wife made him look because she swore he was wrong. She was right again.
They always are. Just give up.
Scott
Even when they're wrong, they're wrong.
Retina scorching bright.
It is.
Gleno said, do you need to have a joint to drive the car? Could you want Could you want to go far? You're too busy laughing.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny. But it is... I don't know why I like it. Anyway. We got a story about HSV.
HSV to
Let's get
announce
out
the
of
GMSV plans next month. Or is it GMSV? They're saying pretty tight-lipped on that. They won't say anything about what it is going to be and what is going to happen to the
Now, obviously,
65-strong HSV dealers.
We spoke about it last week. Was it last week we spoke about it? I thought it was going to be ASV. You and many others said GMSV is what it'll be. It looks like it will be GMSV, but there is an announcement next month. They have been asked directly, I know from the guys at Cars Guide, asked directly, will HSV be retired in favour of GM Specialty Vehicles, GMSV, as was suggested by GM when they announced the hold and exit. And Mr. Jackson from HSV said, we are in lots of different discussions, so you could make that assumption if you want. But I wouldn't be confirming it, denying it, or suggesting otherwise.
There you go.
So, there you go.
There's a few more people. Mal says Scott versus Marth, lock it in. Chris Young says Marth versus Scott.
Paulie's in the draw. Paulie says Paulie versus Martha. And then it goes to a draw. There's a 50-50 chance there so far.
But yeah, the Walkinshaw...
Or Sally goes, she just won it twice in a week.
And GMSV is expected to be a joint venture with the Walkinshaw Group, which has been their long-term performance partner in Australia. And the Walkinshaw Group already converts the Chevrolet Camaro Coupe and Silverado pickup to right-hand drive and markets it through the HSV brand. That process is likely to expand under the GMSV model. The Chevy Suburban SUV is pretty much confirmed, and the mid-engine C8 Corvette supercar is almost certain to be part of the lineup.
Of course it is, yeah. It's definitely going to be. The HSV parent company, Walkinshaw, that you mentioned, their facility is in Clayton, South Victoria. They say it's capable of producing 10,000 units per year, and that number also accounts for ASV, American Special Vehicles business, which is a separate business. So, and they convert Ram models from left to right-hand drive. So that's probably not going to change, but possibly GMSV will be the new brand for the HSV.
And on the other side of the ledger, if you're a HSV Sports Cat fan, it's doomed, because the Colorado donor vehicle it is based on will no longer be built right-hand drive.
Yep. Yeah, the
Thailand GM factory
Colorado-based Sports Cat Ute is no longer. So
as
HSV might not be getting out of the enhancement game with Mr. Jackson leaving the door open for more locally tweaked GM models. What do you say?
Yeah, as I was trying to say 3 times. This is the third go.
Anyway,
the Sports Cat is gone because the Colorado is no longer being manufactured right-hand drive because GM's Thai factory has been sold to Great Wall Motors.
It has, yes. Yeah, it's a great.
They'll have more info in 4 to 6 weeks.
So wait for the announcement. We'll find out more. 4 to 6 weeks. It will be here on a Thursday night. There you go. Unless we move nights. Jeez, that could happen. Anyway, what's the next story? You got any comments about HSV?
Not really, no. Except for Roy said ASV would be a better name because it frees them up from GM products.
Yeah, that's true.
And Johnny Skidpig says the C8 Corvette was supposed to be right-hand drive from factory. It's still possibly. They said they said it's still unconfirmed now.
It's unconfirmed whether it'll come under GMSV brand. I think is what they're alluding to, but it's definitely...
Well, they said something about ex-factory right, whether it's going to be exiting factory right-hand drive or not.
They're already making them, surely they couldn't pull back on that. So many announcements around it, but that'd be detrimental. It's a nice looking car. Looking at the little review Cletus did, but then actually I watched Cletus in the Mustang the other night, and that was actually quite impressive as well. It was a much better burnout.
Line lock mode.
Yes, did you see that?
Oh, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I haven't seen his video. No.
It's got like line lock mode. You put it in and then you go and then it does a timer, and then you press OK when you're done, and it starts moving. So maybe it takes some fun out of it. All right, next story.
Yeah, and James Bayless says it may not even come to Oz altogether.
That'd be a disappointment.
Is the Dodge Challenger coming to take on the Ford Mustang and Chevy Camaro?
It opens up the market to a lot of other cars like this if they don't, right? And this is an exceptionally good-looking car.
Yeah.
I think. I've always been a fan.
Very tough.
Yeah, they just look good. The Dodge Challenger is... Yeah, and the Charger, they're just very, very cool-looking cars. So... but they're saying they won't make it. They will not make it into local showrooms in factory back form, confirmed by Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. But I'd like to certainly see them come in. But whether a factory right-hand drive Challenger and Charger is planned, that's what we've got to look at, right? Will they do a right-hand factory one? And they're not sure, I think, at the moment, coming from out of their factory, right? Is what they're saying. They're saying there's gaps in the market. What was that?
I have no idea.
That was a nice sounding car, just smoking it up out in the corner. We've got a lot of nice sounding cars on this street.
Just because it's a big, like, almost 1 kilometre straight.
It's a perfect straight. They're still going for it. So they got to fix their own gaps in their own factory before they make a decision on whether they'll come up with something right-hand drive, right?
Yeah.
But they don't rule it out.
Yeah, well, they're not really restricted on what they can do, but they need to know that they need to do it properly and that they need to have a bond with the customer base, and that's their desire, and they really want to strengthen their brand.
They're a cool car. The current third-generation Challenger has been on sale since 2008, and the four-door Charger was introduced in 2011. Both available with a 527 kilowatt, 881 newton meter supercharged 6.2 litre petrol V8 engine in the flagship Hellcat form. So, Mr. Flynn has also left the door open for other products across the FCA global portfolio, including Fiat Strada Ute that could arrive to take the market, leading Toyota Hilux and Ford Ranger. He says, we're not restricted on what we do, but we need to do what we do properly, and we need to really have a good bond with our customer base. That's our desire. Let's tell them the customer base says we want more V8s. Supercharged.
Paulie says GM categorically declined to make right-hand drive Camaros unless the Asia Pacific region could sell 7 million models a year. There you go.
In the Camaro, yeah. But
Mel says Challenger would sell for sure.
Yeah.
James Baylor says it comes down to cost for right-hand drive conversions. Mad Kiwi says factory right-hand drive Rams here now because bought one. They won't be factory right-hand drive. I believe they're converted by Walkinshaw.
At ASV?
Yeah. Well, as an ASV.
Yeah.
Converted by Walkinshaw under ASV name.
Just be cautious with those because, like I said the other week, you run into a tree, you've got the model that has too much RAM and not enough Dodge.
Paulie says unlikely. V8s don't sell anywhere near as good as people would like to believe. Gleno said line lock mode in the Mustang was taken out in Australia. You need to pay to get it put back in.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Fair dinkum, I didn't know
Probably the same thing sort of happened with the
I didn't
drift.
know about line lock mode until Cletus' video the other day. You did, but I didn't.
Yeah,
so.
I'd known about it for a while.
Yeah.
Saw it on Top Gear, or I don't think it was Top Gear. I think it was their new show, The Grand Tour. It could be something, the same sort of thing that happened with like the Ford Focus RS. The media and the government, they all kicked up a big stink about the whole drift button thing. Rear-wheel drive car, essentially. Changed all the bias. Michael Maven said he drove a Challenger 750 miles in 6 days in the US. He would buy one. Great car.
Yeah.
Johnny Skidpig said he's seen an FB post could run as a cop car in Australia. Don't know if it's true. Unlikely, says Paulie.
Doesn't think it'll happen. It'd be cool if it did. They're a nice car.
Scrolling down. James Bayless says, but what about the Mustang? Is that converted here or from factory? I believe it's from
factory. Mustang's factory. Yep. Ford were the only ones to bloody will do it. So credit where credit's due. I'm not a Ford man, but we don't have many other options anymore.
They certainly saturated the market, that's for sure.
We don't have many options these days. All right.
Next story.
Have I got another story?
Yeah. McLaren 765 LT. It breaks cover in virtual, Geneva reveal.
Yeah, because the Geneva motor show is now virtual.
We're actually at work trying to work out ways we could do video conferencing in case we all end up quarantined.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a discussion today after that AWS conference got cancelled. Longer, lighter, and much faster, the amazing 765 LT brings McLaren's racing heritage to the road.
It's a quick car. Is it? What's the power of this thing?
I don't know. Do you know?
No, I thought you knew that.
Okay, well let me start. The last minute location shuffle. McLaren actually relocated the launch of the 765 LT to McLaren Cars HQ in Woking, England. The location shuffle to their historical home in south of England was fitting. Not only did the latest LT look comfortable in its natural habitat, but its story also began with the F1 GT race car, which was made in the same facility in the 1990s.
It's a 4-litre twin turbocharged V8. It's got 563 kilowatts.
There you go.
800 newton meters. It also does, 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds. How quick's that?
It's called
0 to 200 in 7.2. And I believe they've asked us to test drive one on next week's show. No,
well, we could go down to the dealer and see. We've got 3,000 subscribers.
They've given us one to play with for a week and bring you a video. No. One day, goals.
Yeah,
it's light as well.
Yeah, it's evolved from the 3-year-old 720S. It looks more aggressive and purposeful. Its stance is lower. It has a bigger front splitter, a larger elongated long tail active rear wing, and 4 large loud exhausts.
80 kilos lighter than the 720S.
There you go.
Yeah, 1,339 kilos. So it is a fairly light car. Carbon fibre and helps it do that.
And the black teardrop canopy is modelled off the perfect falling drop of water, the most aerodynamic shape possible.
Oh, that's fancy. Even the seats in it apparently saved 17 kilos.
There you go.
Yeah, so they just tried to save as much weight as they could. So, there is 765 of the 765 LTs being made, and they're all individually numbered cars. And they are available globally if you wanted to grab one. They reckon a handful of them actually will make it down under. There is a McLaren store on the Gold Coast.
There is. That's what I was saying. We'd go down there and
just shout out, guys, if you want us to have a look at your McLaren. We'll let you take us for a drive in it. So, I believe value-wise is around $700,000.
There you go.
So if they do let us have it and they
Lightness
say break it, you bought it, we're screwed.
We'll be asking you just to buy as much binder as you can.
We've got enough to pay for about $700 of that $700,000.
Mal says, new to Overtaking Lane webpage online shop, the McLaren 765 LT.
Oh, nothing over $40.
James Bayless says you're on. James Bayless says you're onto it, Dave. Yeah, says wait for Alex Choi to buy one and F it up. Spoiled little Korean. Have you seen his Audi R8 with the roll cage on the outside of the car?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Did
I think it's
he
his
do that
Audi.
with a Lambo?
Or is it a Lambo? I don't remember. I think it's... I can't
I'm sure
remember
you've
what
sent
car it
that
was.
to me. I think it's a Lambo.
Yeah, it is a Lambo. There
And
you
he
go.
did an external roll cage.
Yeah.
And wasn't it like a pink roll cage?
Yeah, there it is right there.
Yeah,
That's the
it.
Unicorn V3.
Yeah. Ah, him. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other comments? We're going to jump into the next story because we need our token Hyundai news.
The NIS says, "You wish, boys, how hard I'd be down in a heartbeat." Johnny Skidfig says, "Yeah, test drive on Forza."
That's about as far as we'll get.
Paulie said,
I'll still freak it up.
Paulie said McLaren are the least exciting supercar brand in his opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
They're probably the least flamboyant.
If we're going to do a supercar, we want something a bit better.
They're the least flamboyant.
So if any better supercar brands
Maybe
want
the
to help
Koenigsegg.
us with something,
We'll just send Christian a message.
we'll take whatever we can get. We'd be happy to test drive a Hyundai at this stage. And our best offer so far was from Mitch in our last video. So, and we still didn't get it because we were busy filming and he had to go. But he said, anytime. Talking about Hyundais, i20N.
Mm-hmm. The hot hatch has been teased.
There it is. Look at it. What do you think? What do you reckon? An i20N.
Mm.
Now, you know what's actually exciting about this? Is that I reckon the price point will be $30,000.
There you go.
So there's possibly a $30,000 price point, which is fairly bloody cheap for a hot hatch and a baby hot hatch, I guess.
Well, and the bonnet bulge here suggests that they possibly put the 2-litre Turbo 4 from the i30N instead of doing a 1.6-litre Turbo 4.
Now that would be cool if that's the case. $30,000 for a 2-litre i20N. It'd just be a damn cool little daily, right? This is the N models are dailies that you can take to the track. That's what's cool about them. Put them in N mode and race around. We've got the fastback now. We've got the i30N. We'll hopefully have the i20N. There is a Ballista overseas, but not here. But the N mode is pretty damn cool. Is my thoughts on it. We don't know much else about it. It's only
there's really nothing there other than that it's just speculated what it could be, and that it needs to hit 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds to compete with the Ford Fiesta ST and the Volkswagen Polo GTI, I believe.
Yeah, there's not much else about it, right? It's just being, at this point, it's just being teased. The baby N model.
I didn't see Mark's comment, sorry. I had to scroll up. I missed it. 720S already doing high 9s stock. The 765 LT should be easily mid-9s. There you go.
Wow. Damn quick. Now, I think there is a video on Hyundai's page. We don't have a copy of that video, or do we?
No, I don't.
You don't? But there is a video on that page. We'll throw it in Discord.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll throw it in Discord later. Or maybe even a link to this. I think it's in motoring as well. Or can you get that video? Throw that straight into Discord. Jump in Discord if you're not already in there. There's over 50 people in Discord now. We've cracked over 50 people. There's just people chatting away in there every day. We don't even get in there every day. I just had a look at Discord first thing for today, just before we went on the show. It was the first time I got the chance to have a look at Discord today. But
we have been pretty busy.
There's always someone talking in there.
Gleno says there was an orange McLaren at Cars and Coffee Sirame Winery a few weeks ago, and they were saying it was worth 1.8 million.
Jeez.
He said it was also at Joe's last weekend. There you go.
The Euro, mate.
Paulie said he's been in a CC8S Koenigsegg at the Sydney Motor Show. They had them in the side hall with all the car dealers, and you could just climb on in. He said he was flicking buttons and playing with things like crazy, and then he asked how much. After she said 2 mil, I dove out of that thing.
It's like, holy crap. That is good. All right. Well, should we do another story? Another one? Do another.
No more's off. Good night. Have a great night.
See you, mate. Thank you for joining us. We got a couple more to get through, so we'll. Do you want another Hyundai story?
Yeah, all right.
There you go. Let's do another Hyundai story. Because what do
Pushing
we
more
love? What do we love?
Electric
no,
vehicles.
I don't know if
of
it's what
course.
we love, but we.
What do
not
we
necessarily
talk
what
about
we
all the
love. It's
time?
what we end up talking about. Let's be honest. Not necessarily a love of ours, but it is always in the news. Two things that are in the news is Hyundai and electric. Now this story is Hyundai electric vehicles and curves.
Mm.
It's all about the curve. They're going for a very sporty look. Sensuous sportiness is what they call it.
Mhm.
The Prophecy. This is the Hyundai Prophecy.
Mhm.
And this is a concept car, of course, but is the next example of electric vehicle.
Mm.
Right? I don't know. What do you think? Do you like the lines?
It's okay.
They're saying it's all about the lines and it's optimal aerodynamics.
Mm. Including the wheels, the propeller style wheels. Which they say compel air along the body like water over a stone.
I've got some more pictures. I think they've got another picture from the other angle. There you go. What do you reckon?
And the prophecy focuses on autonomous driving, doing away with the conventional steering wheel, but maintaining human control through the use of joysticks mounted in the armrests.
Yeah. Now let's have a look at the interior.
Are you going to be driving it?
Look at that. What do you think? It's weird. That's weird. I wasn't.
Get in and go, wait.
I wasn't turned off by the look of it on the outside.
It's too future on the inside.
Yeah. I want to drive my car. Look, it's cool to have some, features in your daily, like lane assist and all that sort of shit, but I don't know. That doesn't, that's not my thing. It might be others, I don't know. Cool. If you want to go for a ride and, the Total Recall Johnny Taxi, then this is on its way there, right? Tyler hasn't seen that movie.
No. Mal says Hyundai and electric in one story. Wow.
We're stepping it up.
Mal says rename it the Hyundai E-Coupe. Scott said it's got that concept car ugly thing going on. James Baylor says not too bad of a shape, bit AU looking.
Oh yeah, that's
he said interior is extreme.
It is. I was okay with the outside of it, and then when I saw the inside, it's just like,
Mal says prefer LS1 swaps and Skyline stories than electric Hyundai stories. Trevor Smith said the KARR YouTube channel is starting a Tesla petrol conversion. First episode picking it up was today. #LS the world.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I saw
and Paulie said Saab did joystick steering first.
I saw a diesel conversion into a Prius. That was interesting too. Saab did the joysticks first.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's got plaid. Look at the.
Well, Saab was like an airplane company.
Look at the seats.
Right?
The plaid.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's like a Scottish kilt. What's under there?
Dan Jazz says Taurus.
Just nothing but a joystick. That's what's under his kilt.
Dan Jazz says Taurus failed with that style. Glenna said push the front and the back in to pop the roof up a little like a bubble top and looks like the Jetsons.
It looks like a Homer's car. The Simpsons Homer's car.
All right, we're ready to go to the next one.
French startup.
Mm-hmm. They've released a towable range extender for your EV.
Now, the only thing I thought of this story. Now, I guess the question is here. Let's go back a step. Sorry. The question here is. Statement. Let's go with statement. The statement is the problem with electric vehicles is range.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is, would you be happy to tow a trailer to be able to extend your range if you're going on leave?
It's a tiny little trailer.
Well, I guess you want to probably fit some other stuff in it too. Then, my major thought is, why did this French startup, now probably going to be a massive company that earns lots of money, come up with an idea that any one of us could have really come up with and thought, shit, electric vehicles don't have enough range. If only we had more batteries. Let's put them in a friggin' trailer. Like, how simple was it? Any one of us could have come up with that idea and had a new startup company, and ended up bloody millionaires along hanging out with Elon Musk, giving him a trailer for his Cybertruck. But it's a pretty bloody simple idea. That's my thought. And we all laugh at the meme about the guy with the electric car with a trailer with a generator in it. And then we still didn't get the idea that, hey, let's just put a battery in it instead.
Yeah.
How did we miss this, guys? How did we all miss this?
It's supposed to give you an extra 563 kilometres of range on your Zoe.
This could have had us driving a McLaren.
Or a really fast Nissan.
So on a Zoe, it gives you what? An extra
563 kilometres.
Because I don't think the Zoe has a great range.
No, it doesn't.
And it's a pretty average bloody electric vehicle, the Zoe, in my mind. It's not something that I would be interested in. I like that Honda one better. When you're looking at the little cars, what's that Honda one?
The Honda E.
Is it the Honda E? That's alright. I didn't like it when I first saw that, and I think we did a story on it. I've watched a few videos on it. Now I like it.
No, Mal says new to Overtaking Lane webpage, electric trailer batteries.
It's like, wow, we're so silly not to have bloody will come up with that. Those guys. And now, while the trailers are not available to purchase, they can be rented.
There you go. Paulie says he's got an idea for cars. We can use some kind of flammable fluid to create a combustion on some kind of piston crank assembly. It would be a lot faster to fuel.
There's an idea.
Dan just says sell battery trailers, buy Holden with LS swaps.
LS swap trailer.
Glenn said would love to see my grandma back the trailer. Marv says smarter idea would be to have a glass panoramic roof with embedded solar panels for constant regeneration. Could make the range infinite if it's a sunny week.
Well, we're waiting for the story on the new Gladstone startup company that's producing glass solar panel roofs.
And Paulie said they've tried it. Car roof space is far too small.
Oh, there you go. If you actually look at that trailer, now who was that? Was that Glenn or someone said?
Love to see grandma back the trailer.
It actually would be hard to back because you can't see it.
Yeah.
Because that's a small trailer, and you would not be able to see that out of your mirrors until it's a bit too late because it's... Yeah.
It's already a new car.
Yeah. There's not much of a drawbar on it either.
And Roy says we just need really long extension cords.
I still laugh at those people out there with their electric whippersnippers and extension leads and mowers. Yet they still do it.
Well, electric car fast charging network is one of Australia's highest priorities.
Yep, that is true. That's our next story. I'll put it up. Well done. Push me along.
Infrastructure Australia has identified that the development of a fast charging network for electric cars is one of Australia's highest national priorities for the next 5 years.
They say by 2040, they believe in 20 years' time, so 20 years' time from today, that 70 to 100% of all new car sales will be electric.
Interesting.
That's a big claim.
Jamie said, did you say rented, Dave? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they are currently a rental, those things.
Paulie said, what about a Dodgem car setup? Just hang chicken wire above all the roads.
I saw a Dodgem car on the marketplace. I wanted to buy that. But then I thought, what am I going to do with it? Because I'll just sit in the road. But I was like, oh, there's a Dodgem car for $300. It was just an electric one. I'm like, oh, I really can't do that.
You couldn't road register it. It could have been.
I wonder if I could have hooked it to a battery. I looked at it so many times. I did look at that. I look at so many things at Marketplace. Too many things that I don't have money for. Yeah, they reckon they're going to put a lot of fast charging stations in. There's a bit of a map on Car Advice as well, and a lot of them are Queensland based.
Yeah,
all up the coast though. A few around Brisbane, and then a lot up the coast.
And there's a fair few over in WA towards Perth.
Yeah, but they're all very condensed over there compared to Queensland, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, saying the price of EVs is dropping and the range is rising, but our leaders are pumping the brakes by not adequately supporting new charging infrastructure. Australians can and should be able to drive all over this massive nation with complete confidence in a zero-emission vehicle. Technology exists. We need the political will to make it happen. It's scary if it all happens at some point.
Well, according to recent sales data, 6,718 fully electric vehicle and plug-in hybrid vehicles were sold in Australia in 2019, which is more than triple the 2,216 sold over the preceding 12 months.
Okay, it is increasing at a fast rate of knots. Look,
Glenno said you can always rent the battery-powered trailer to tow behind your Dodgem car.
Good call. He's got it. He's on it. I completely forgot what I was going to say. EV. I was going to say something about EV. I don't know what it was. I completely lost it. But I would like to go for a ride in a Tesla. I'd love to go. Someone, to take me for a ride in a Tesla. If anyone's out there that knows of anyone with Tesla, pass on my details. I'd love them to take me for a drive and do a video going for a drive in a Tesla. Because I don't know, it's just interesting.
Yeah,
check it out. I see a lot on the roads now. I do see a lot getting around,
especially the Model 3s.
There's a lot on the Gold Coast, right?
Yeah. Paulie said, actually, let's just make all cars Dodgem cars. That would be heaps better.
It'd be a lot of fun on the roads.
And James Baylor said, and a shitload of fun to drive to work every day.
That's what I was about to say. Yep. Trip to work.
And with that, you could control the speed of everyone at once just by turning the juice up and down.
I did go to we did a work conference once at Dreamworld, and it was at night, and it was raining. They put a few rides on at these things. There's a couple of rides that they on, and they put on your food and all the rest of it. But it was raining, so we were very limited to the rides. And then we went around and we thought, let's a couple of the boys, we went around and jumped on the Dodgems. And nobody else come around. So it was just us on the Dodgems. And we just kept going and going. And then they're like, oh, we'll turn it up for you. And they were turning the speed up. And then there was people they come around with beers and they're like, oh, you just want a beer? So then we're chugging down beers, driving Dodgems at full noise. We put one of them off the thing, and they're just like, yeah, sweet, you're just having fun. You want to ready to go again? We'll just push it back on the track. We were having a ball. We're like drifting these Dodgems, so just drifting around the little. It's only a little track, but it was really good. It was a lot of fun.
Johnny Skidpig says if they're keen for electric, they should try the Scale Electric way. Scale Electric way. Scale Electric way.
Yeah, Scale Electric. The slot cars.
Oh, yeah.
Electric slot cars. Yeah. Scale Electrics.
Paulie said,
Electrics track.
We do. Paulie said, I love driving the Model X. There you go. Mal says, less RAM, more Dodgem.
Yeah.
Marv says, imagine the car park bingles bounce off each other as you park.
And just laugh about it.
Danja says, don't do it, Dave. They're bloody quick. Really shit me.
Yeah.
EVs.
That's the thing. That's what so people say how quick that Tesla's 3s and the S. Is it the S?
Yeah, the P100D, I think, is the one.
Yeah.
Tesla Model S P100D.
Really fast takeoff.
Paulie said, I'd come in at full steam at every car park and see how many you can launch. Johnny Skidpig said he'd prefer the Colin First Dodgem car, Honda CBR 1000 in it.
Whoa. That'd be bloody a bit of guts in that.
Well, Renault Morphos concept is the long and short of electric potential. It's one for town and one for travel.
Yeah, they're going a little bit in between the look of normal and
future
and Elon. So somewhere in between normal and Elon.
It's a really low profile tyres.
They are, aren't they?
And those wheels look like they're fully solid.
Yeah, that's what you get. Somewhere in between. I've got a bit more side-on shot. Here you go.
Have you got the interior shot? That's pretty full on as well. Like floating seats.
That one?
It's like floating seats.
I didn't notice that. Oh, there's nothing under there.
But the interesting thing about this
Well,
one...
that makes it easy to vacuum the car.
Well, hang on. Can we go back? If we go back... Oh, you don't have the different shots. Sorry, I was just thinking. I'll go to this one, actually, because I can explain this. So, the two different things, the standard city and travel, it's different. So, in city mode, it's a relatively standard electric SUV at 4.4 metres long and riding on a 2.73 metre wheelbase.
Yep.
Which is pretty standard. Then you can go to the travel mode, which then it stretches out, extending its wheelbase to 2.93 metres and its overall length to 4.8.
What?
So from here, it actually gets longer and it gets slightly wider.
How?
I have no idea. It's a concept, so it's probably never going to happen. Not in the next couple of years, anyways. It'd be interesting to see.
It's like that.
And
it's,
it also
it's like
boosts...
that. It's like that table that you have when people come around and you can extend it.
Yeah.
Now you got a car that does that.
And it also boosts the driving range to 700 kilometres.
It's Christmas time. I'm going to pull out the big car.
So it's interesting. It's also kind of weird.
Yeah. They're actually. I didn't realise how many pictures there are of it on the site at Car Advice. There's 22 different pictures. There's quite a lot of it. It is different. Do you reckon it? Do you agree with me? It's in between normal and Musk.
Yeah.
There's no power figures or anything, is there? On the story?
No.
No.
Just range.
Yeah.
Paulie said, I drove the Model X 100D with ludicrous mode. It was insane.
I just love that they call it ludicrous mode.
Yeah. Marv says, Renault Morpheus, take the red pill or the blue pill.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mal says, between normal
that's the
and
different
ugliest...
sizes, red pill, blue pill.
Mal says, between normal and ugliest...
Yeah, that's right.
Mar says, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine, James. Johnny says,
I don't know
fastest
what to say
dodging car in the
about
world.
this car. It's different.
Danger says, I don't like SUV, but that Renault seems okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a bit weird having a car that changes size.
Mm.
I don't know, it's different. Very different.
And for our final story, a Mustang.
I'm going to get past my pictures. A Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
The
thought
beefed up 4-cylinder Mustang.
this is the high power 4-cylinder.
The 2.3 litre.
I thought I would mention, I don't know if you saw the slide, but this is the 2.3 litre high performance. It talks about pricing and specs, and we can let you know the price of what it'll cost you to get a 2.3 litre high performance Mustang, if anybody out there cares.
Which gives you the high performance outputs 236 kilowatts and 448 newton meters of torque, which is up from a standard EcoBoost 224 kilowatts and 441 newton meters.
Woo.
So you get an extra 7 newton meters and 12 kilowatts.
We should have gave this one to Cletus to race around the track in. EcoBoost.
And it actually gets the larger 63mm turbocharger, which is found on the Focus RS. So previously, the 2.3 litre Mustang has had a smaller turbo than your hot hatch.
Look, and it's cool in an RS.
It's just, I don't know, you just can't really imagine them with the 4-cylinder.
I was just looking at the story, and there is something really interesting in the middle of this story.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice what it is?
No, I don't. Is it the price? I don't know.
No, keep going down. Keep going. Have you got it? No. It's this here.
I don't have that ad, no.
The ad for the Stinger. The ad for the Kia Stinger is the most interesting thing that I can see on the page in the story about the EcoBoost Ford Mustang.
And it costs you $50,000.
Because that's what we're going to talk about. It's the cost. Yeah,
costs you almost $51,000 for the 6-speed manual. And almost $54,000.
You're going to do it. You might as well fork out a little bit extra.
$54,000 for the 10-speed auto, or you can
you
can get the convertible for
Go the-
$60,000,
60,000, 400.
and that excludes
Plus.
on-road costs.
Plus on-road costs.
So if you get that 60K one, you're jumping into luxury car tax as well. So
It just sounds so riveting. EcoBoost. EcoBoost. It's about as loud as the engine sounds as well.
Mal said they actually go okay, but so wrong. Mustang equals V8.
Mustang's got some cool cars out
Scott says, does it come with spare head gaskets? Chris Young says, my van has common ground with this. It's a 2.3 litre. That's it. It's not boring. Van's not that boring.
EcoBoost.
Paulie says, original Mustang was inline 6. Mustang needs a barra. Rat Fink says, morning everyone. How you going?
Hey! RF is here in the house. Rat Fink joined us in.
And Danjo says, great, now I'm getting chopped by a 4-banger.
Rat Fink joined us in Discord as well.
Mm-hmm.
He managed to find Discord, and he's been dropping some photos of his Chev, and which is really, really nice.
Let me scroll up. The chat moved really fast when we went to this story.
Everyone was just riveted by it.
Marv said, next. Effing next already. Well, the next thing is the quiz.
EcoBoost.
So our quiz people, get in the Discord. Let's go. Scott's already there. Now we need Sally.
Oh, I need my earphones.
Your earmuffs?
Earmuffs? I need my earmuffs.
I need to get this all positioned so that everything's good and that I can see.
EcoBoost.
Alright, I get it.
Alright, let's get rid of this EcoBoost off the screen. Have you got your buzzer? Bing! Bow, bow. Need a sad trombone noise. I remembered to put the slide up. We got anyone there?
We've got Scott. I'll move him in just a moment. Just bringing up the
Waiting for Sally?
Just bringing up the soundboard.
We've got Scott and Sally. You got no sad trombone there.
I have the Inception horn.
Bring them in. Bring them in.
G'day Scott. G'day Sally. How are we going?
Hey guys.
Oops, that's the theme music. I don't want to play the theme music.
We got theme music?
We'll get demonetized.
What, for our theme music?
We can spin the prize wheel.
Nah. Let's not get carried away with our sound effects. Well, we've got Scott and Sally waiting.
All right. Well,
You've had way too many waters, Tyler.
Let's click it right in on, and we'll test the buzzers.
Did you like your picture, Sally? Did you see it? Oh, is it? Is that better? It's a picture of Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Coming back. We could have gave you EcoBoost. All right, we got some questions, Tyler. Quizmaster, you got to do the testing of the buzzers.
I was about to, but then you overtook everything that I was saying.
Oh, sorry. I was excited by EcoBoost.
All right, Sally, your buzzer. And Scott? Correct.
I need my scoreboard. Whoop. There we are. I'm good.
Jamie says Tyler rules. There you go. They can't hear them. Whoops, my bad. There we go. Now they'll be able to hear them. I accidentally muted it earlier. That's good now.
There you go, guys. You better say hello to everyone.
Lucky I read
again.
the chat.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hopefully you can hear them now.
All right. Question number 1.
What am I drinking, Rat Fink? Same as every week. Captains and Coke, mate.
Captains.
That wasn't a question. That was not question number 1. Hang on. Ding.
Come on.
Sally knows the answer to that one because she bought it.
Question number 1. In 1971, the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow two-door models were given what name? A. The Corniche, B. The Cartel, or C. The Cloud?
Sally.
Sally.
Corniche.
That's correct.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Question number 2. What name was given to the most famous 1969 Dodge Charger driven in a television series?
Scott.
Sally.
Scott.
It was the General Lee.
That's correct.
Did you know it, Sal?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Tyler tested me with that question earlier, and he said, "Do you think they'll know it
I
without
didn't know
multiple
that.
choice?"
I didn't know the name of it, but I would have been able to give you the name of the show.
Oh, we wouldn't have counted that.
No.
Number 3. Who appeared in Top Gear alongside Richard Hammond and Jeremy Clarkson from 2003 to 2015?
Scott.
Scott.
James May.
That's correct.
I don't remember his name.
That's what I did today.
I
Tyler
think
tested.
about it.
Yeah, Tyler tested me today with that one too, and I'm like, I can only think of Clarkson and Hammond. Couldn't think of who's the other guy.
Number 4. Which was Henry Ford's first vehicle? Was it A, the Model T, B, the Model A, or C, the quadricycle?
Sally.
Sally?
Quadricycle.
That's correct.
Oh, 2-2.
Number 5. Which car has the fastest 0 to 60 time? Is it A, the 2013 Ford Focus ST, B, the 2001 Ford F-150 Lightning, or C, a 1969 Ford Mustang Mark 1?
Sally.
Sally?
Ford Mustang Mark 1.
Incorrect. Scott?
Ooh, I'll go with the Focus ST.
That's also incorrect. It's actually the F-150.
There you go.
God.
It's still 2-2. Still 2-2. But I can say the guys in chat are all over James May. They've got it. Captain Slow, they also said.
I would have accepted that as well. Number 6. In the MTAQ Cars and Coffee, we spoke to Mitch, who drove what brand of car that is prominently
Scott.
featured on our live show? Scott.
Hyundai.
That is correct.
Is there bonus points?
No, there's not on that one, actually.
Oh, come on.
What for? We got to say
So
I-30N?
It's not
I only asked for
Andy
the
off
brand.
David Drive.
Number 7. We also spoke to Reg, who was driving what type of car?
Sally.
Scott.
Sally.
Sally?
It's a Ford Custom.
That's correct.
Was it 51, was it?
Yeah.
The 51.
Number 8. Reg's car.
3-3, by the way. Hang on, before number 8. 3-3.
There you go. Number 8. Reg's car was also sporting a pair of something. What was it?
Scott.
Sally.
Scott.
Mazda B2600 turbos.
That's correct.
Wow. Extra bloody credit for that. No extra points, just extra credit.
Because I would have just said turbos.
We would have accepted turbos.
Number 9. We then spoke to Zane about his R34, which number plates didn't really match the horsepower. What were the number plates?
Oh, shit.
That's not them, by the way.
Got no idea.
Timer. Oh, points have gone begging. Points have gone begging. It is 4-3 here on the scoreboard.
Right.
Ford
Slow
has got
R34
3.
was the number plates.
Slow 34.
Number 10. What was the horsepower of Zane's R34?
Scott.
Sally.
Scott.
He had about 430 kilowatts, 430 something.
Yeah, the judges said no. The judges said no.
Oh,
Sally?
Just over 500.
Oh, the points have gone begging again. It is still 4-3 to Scott.
It was 450. It was 450 wheel horsepower, and that was the last question. Congratulations, Scott. You've won a shirt.
Oh, Scott, he's done it. Mate, 4-3. There was a few points gone begging there. The crowd has gone wild. The crowd has gone wild.
So's Marv.
Mate,
Sorry, Marv.
that was good. That was good. That was very close. Marv was all over it. He's got the buzzer going there. Bzz, bzz. In the comments. He had 34 slow as well. Slow 34 from Paulie. 450 from James Bayliss. He was on it, the 450 horsepower. Well done. Marv is cheering you on there, Scott. He's pretty happy there. Mate, there's a shirt coming your way.
Yep, just send me a message. I'll send you one, and you just reply to this with your address, and I'll send you a shirt.
No worries at all.
Congratulations, Scott.
Well done, mate. Well
Thanks,
done,
Sally.
And
Now
now
you're going to have to jump in and have another go next week.
Yep.
You can't do it 3 weeks in a row.
Well, I can enter it, can't I?
You can enter it. Yes, it's open to everyone. It is open to everyone.
You'll be up against Paulie and Marv, and Marv's really trying to get on there now.
Marv's trying to get on there. Yeah, says he's in. He's going to go Scotty next week as well. Everyone wants a crack.
Marv's target on my back.
You do. Look, you do. Once you get over 8, it starts to get the pressure's on, mate. Marv says, congrats, Scotty. So does Lynette says, congrats, Scotty. Congrats, Scott, from Chris Young. Joined us as well. Good day, Chris. Send Sally a shirt too. She's already got one. And Mal says,
I'll have another.
Well done, Scott. You got to sell the ones we got. Sal's always out there selling the shirts at most of the car shows.
So yeah, you could come and say hi to me.
Sal will now be selling binder. She's got to learn all about binder. And the best way to learn about binder is by washing the cars.
Yeah, no, that's your job.
Damn it.
Mark said he just wants to repay the favour.
Good stuff. Well done, guys. Thank you for joining us. That was good fun tonight. It was pretty close, actually. Pressure was on.
Yeah, I was worried when it was Sal again.
Yeah, true.
I was just guessing.
She just tries to jump in quick and guess.
The questions I actually knew, you got in before me.
Well done. Good fun, guys. Thank you very much.
Right,
we'll jump back in and do our What's On. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye. See ya.
All right, so we'll talk through our What's On. Maybe mention we got a bit happening at the moment on What's On, don't we? And there's a lot of shows we're going to be at. You check out the site and you'll see all the stuff where we're going to be.
And check out this event that I'm about to post in chat.
He's going to post something in chat.
That's the Overtaking Lane cruise to Advanced Motorsports for the car show and Dyno Day, and then the cruise from there to Joe's Diner afterwards for those who want to stick around.
There you go,
and make a full day of it.
I put a picture of the Ute cruising. I did have a picture of the Mirage cruising. I was going to put that up there, but you don't want to cruise the Mirage anymore, do you?
No. As much as I'm sure people love it.
Oh, there's always some love for those diamonds, isn't there? So anyway, I'll jump on the events page because I'm currently looking at premium.
Yeah,
slick
Chris
wax
Young's
on
been
the
here since the beginning. I shouted him out earlier. Yeah. And George is here. Hodges, how you going?
Hey, buddy.
G'day.
Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. George as well. We've got Ratfink from the States, George from the States. We've got
Sambo
Chris
says,
from the UK.
Sambo says, who's going to Drift Matsuri this Saturday? Also, Joe's Diner is on Saturday Arvo.
We'll be at Joe's Diner.
And we'll be at Advanced Motorsport before that.
Yeah.
The car show and Dyno Day.
We won't make Matsuri.
And Sambo says, did you guys go to Lakeside last weekend? Was so good. No, we didn't make it out there. We talked about it because there was actually a Jap car cruise that was going to All Aussie Day at Lakeside.
Yeah, until I wanted to take the Skyline. But the Skyline was in the shop because on Thursday night after the show last week,
I was driving it home and the axle fell out of the diff.
So I had to tow him home, flat-towed Tyler back to here, and then we got it trucked to the shop. And then it sat at the shop all weekend until they got a chance to look at it Monday. And in the meantime, I had the weekend off. You had the weekend off. Tyler went away and got engaged.
Yeah.
Tyler did. So I just chilled out at home with Sally, and we caught up on all the things at home and all the housework things and stuff we don't normally get a chance to do.
Yeah. I'll get right to it. I think you posted the pictures in Discord, so I'll jump on that when I get home, or tomorrow when I get a chance.
What pics are they?
Of the rig. And his rig hasn't made it to the website and the subs cars yet.
Ah, yeah. Rapfink's pics are on in the emails as well. Are they on the website?
Not yet.
No,
I gotta
we
get
need
to
to
it.
get that on. We need to get some more viewer cars up on in the gallery. We are looking at updating the website.
I'm getting to work early tomorrow. I need to get the biggest car space because I'm going straight from work to Willowbank. So I need to get the biggest car space so I can park right on the edge of it.
Have we got media rights for Friday Night Lights yet?
I thought we did, but I don't know.
I haven't got an email back from him.
Well, I better ring him tomorrow then.
Better
Or
chase
you
them
better
up.
ring him if you get a chance.
Yeah. Well, you've been
I've got a
talking
few
on.
meetings.
Oh, true. I'm off to Morayfield tomorrow.
There
But
you go.
yeah, we've got the big cruise happening. That's the biggest thing. But what's happening Friday night? What if someone wants to do something Friday night?
Well, Friday Night Lights is on at Willowbank Raceway.
There you go. Now we were going to
That's
go out there.
That's like the cheapest one that we've come across for drag racing. It's $20 and you're on the track.
The plan was to take the R33 out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And put it on the track.
I've still been thinking about it and toying with the idea. I just don't want to break anything.
We've got a
I
cruise
don't want to
on
have to tow
Saturday.
it from there. And
We
I
did
want to
just lose an
cruise to
axle the
Saturday.
other day.
Yeah.
So we are thinking we do want the axle just to bed in a little bit, make sure that everything's okay there. With the cruise on Saturday, we don't want to break it beforehand.
Yeah.
And obviously the track will put a lot of pressure on it. We were chatting to Mal earlier. I was chatting to Mal in Messenger, and we did say it's probably going to be a pretty busy meet out there with Matsuri as well.
Yeah.
He was thinking of taking the A45 out. That'll probably run some pretty good times. Well, yeah, we'll probably get out there for a look.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I'm still able to get off work in time. I've still got to clean the ute as well, ready to go for
I'll
Saturday.
certainly go out there and hang out and check it out anyways. Ryan's possibly toying with the idea of taking the 86 out, so
Yeah.
go for a cruise anyways and go and hang out. Even if we don't get the media rights, it's only $10, so can't
We
really
should have took
complain
the Integra.
there. Got some stock times.
Talk to Reece, see if we can get a trailer and take the Integra out, because we've got no Rego on it anymore because he cancelled the Rego. But yeah, we could have got some stock times before we boosted it. That is true.
I could just go out to the Matsuri and drift at Skull in there. You know, that's the surefire way to send the axle, probably.
Bloody Nismo two-way diff. That's the problem. Anyway,
Mal says a 17 will be PB.
17 in which?
I guess it'll be a PB for
PB
me.
for you.
Even an 18 would be a PB. I just run it down real slow.
That's true. You could.
I'll just boost it once I get to third gear.
So, but we said we'll be at Friday Night Lights, so we'll be out there hanging out. Hopefully we're filming, but we'll see what's happening. And if you want to drop on out there, come and say good day. If you want to run your car on the strip, we'll get some shots of it. Then on Saturday we got the cruise.
Yes. And two events. We got advanced, and we have
dyno. If you want to do the dyno as well, so if you want to come onto the cruise,
ring them up and see if there's any spaces left, because they might be booked out.
Yeah, get onto Advanced Motorsport and book your space. Yeah, book your space and get in on that dyno if you want to have a crack at that.
You get 3 runs, I believe.
There's probably some prizes and shit going on there, right?
Probably. I would say so.
So
there you go. Mal said, I will run the A45 Friday night.
There you go. Mal's running the A45. So we're putting some cameras in Mal's A45 at a minimum. So last time Mal was out in the A45, he was chopping the ute.
And Johnny said, who won the quiz? My phone dropped out. Scotty won the quiz.
Scotty won the quiz, got his shirt. So jump in there. Can anyone peg him off before 16 weeks? Because we haven't got a grand prize for 16 weeks yet. So see how you go. But anyway, back to events. Let's talk about that. We got Munchies Friday night. You talked about that. We got Furby's Friday night. Did you talk about that?
Not yet. Rat Fink said he'll put his car on a boat and he'll be there in a month.
Come on over. We'll have you any day, mate. There's a place to stay here on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, Furby Fridays is on 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Usually plenty of Jap cars head out to that one, if that's your thing.
You know what else is on? Pick and Pay.
Yeah.
Pick and Pay at Peachtree.
The Aspley Hypermarket.
Yeah, that kicks off at 6:30 through till 9:30.
There's a real streetcar cruise, number 1, starting from Fantastic Furniture. I don't know where, it just says Fantastic Furniture. That's in Woolcock Street, Mount Louisa.
I still don't know where that is.
I have no idea. 4814.
4814. Oh,
Townsville.
That's up north.
It's Townsville real streetcar cruises.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
We've got some Townsville stuff.
Then on Saturday, we have Cars and Coffee Cooper Route, 6:30 till 8:30. That was our original plan until we realised that by the time we got back from that we would have to have left 30 minutes ago to make it to Advanced on time. So going straight to Advanced. So we decided to make a cruise
So if we went
instead.
to that meant we then had to go from there to Advanced, from there to the Joe's Diner, which was a bloody big day. It's already going to be a big day leaving it at we've got to be going from here at 8:30 or so.
Yeah. There you go. Mal said he's hoping for high 12s. Should be pretty achievable.
Cracker.
Launch control.
With launch control.
The paddles.
Yeah. Definitely those gear changes.
Scott says, Dave, 16 weeks should be an all expenses paid trip to the Goldie to build a shed.
I'm definitely keen for that. I just got no money. I just spent it all on bloody binder. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just excited by binder.
Yeah, Cars and Coffee.
Please buy some because I've got lots of it.
Yeah, so the Advanced Motorsport Car Show is on Saturday, 12 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. If you're going to head to that, you might as well come on the cruise.
Yeah.
If you're not already coming from north of there, I guess is probably the only reason you wouldn't, because you just meet us there at that point. But if you wanted to cruise a bit further down,
get on board at the Gold Coast. Get on board at
Nudgee, and get on board at North Lakes.
Get on board at North Lakes, wherever suits you.
Marv says, Scotty, I already told Tyler the new 16-week prize is we get to smash a set of tyres off his R33.
Bring your rattle gun?
Yeah, bring the rattle gun. You can see how fast you can take them off and put them back on. We'll time it. Each 16-week person can see who gets the quickest time.
Hopefully.
We can have a leaderboard.
Hopefully next week there's some new tyres and some new wheels.
We can get a leaderboard going.
Let's do a video on that.
Definitely.
You've been watching Zach Baldy's videos on his R33 and his new wheels.
Yeah, they look really nice after he painted them up. Looks really good. Made a big
you
difference.
You need to get onto him and go for a cruise or something. Do something with him. Hang out with your R33s, both white.
Yeah.
So yours is looking a lot better now after all the washing today. Looks a hell of a lot better than what it did.
Mel says huge day Saturday. It certainly is, but it'll be an awesome day.
Yeah, it's always good. Well, because it's a bit of a longer day too for us. We get to film and then hang out and catch up with you guys as well. Because a lot of the time we're busy filming and we don't get as much time to just do chill and chat. So we're looking forward to that. And we should get some better footage, like with some cruise stuff and that as well. Except we're both driving.
GoPro.
Yeah, we can work
set
something
it up
out there.
You
can get Ryan to do some filming.
Take a camera in the Skyline. Paulie says, I'll bring my dad's inch drive rattle gun. That'll take the wheels off anything.
Yes.
No matter what direction you run it.
Strip them straight off. Anyway,
right.
there's other things on Saturday.
Cars and Coffee Coolum, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. at the German Bakehouse.
That sounds interesting.
Obviously, as some people have already mentioned, the QR Autumn Drift Mat Series is on from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
They've got a defensive driving course on as well at the Mount Cotton Skid Pan.
8:30 till 12:30, that one.
Yeah, that's always looking like a good event.
And then, of course, we come to the event now on the next page. Overtaking Lane Cruise to Advanced Motorsport Car Show.
There it is.
We've talked about it.
It's real.
It starts at BP Upper Coomera.
We're not the only one.
Yeah.
There's another one doing a cruise, right?
Advanced Motorsport, Joe's Diner, combined cruise. They're cruising from Advanced to Joe's Diner.
We'll do that one along with them. So we'll all be cruising across there.
I think they're leaving at 2:30 to cruise to Joe's Diner.
Oh, They're leaving early. They're going for the good parks.
That's the Los Tonterias Custom Car Club.
I want to see how we go with it. It'll all depend on advance, what time we leave. See, when that dyno show's over.
On Saturday also the Street Series is on, so if you want to have a bit of fun and you are a consistent drag racer, get out, have some fun in the Street Series because you can win.
The Street Series at Willowbank is massively growing.
I think they had like 160 entrants or something this time.
Yeah, we are always chatting with Terry Dale out, and he runs the Street Series. He commentates the Street Series. He is just an awesome guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Terry's a really nice guy.
He's very passionate about it.
Yep.
So
loves his
passion
rotary.
goes a long
his
way.
Rotary as well. Terry is a really nice guy. He's a big supporter of Overtaking Lane as well, and we're a big supporter of Street Series. He has been up, Tyler, to say, come and sign up for the Street Series. Hasn't he?
Yeah.
He has been. He's like, just bloody sign up, Tyler. Bring that R33 out of you. Really, really top guy, and a really, really top competition out there for Street Series. And
it's all about consistency. It doesn't matter how fast you are.
You can.
I believe someone's won it in like a Ranger Ute or something, just like a stock standard.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because they were just consistent every time.
Yep.
Cut a perfect light. They were consistent.
There you go. Definitely worth getting out to.
Mum said, is Rodney not hitching in the Ute?
No. Rodney may come up in the cruiser, and he'll help us film up there if he does. But he does have to come back earlier, so he can't do Joe's Diner afterwards. So that's why Rodney won't be with me in the Ute. Otherwise, he would film because he's a great photographer and he can do videography and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Rodney Anderson Photography. Check out his page.
There's some actually really good photos.
But no, he won't be because he's got a hot date and he needs to be back in time for that.
There you go. Gleno says, what time are you leaving for Joe's? Might pop up there in the afternoon and tag along to Joe's. I'm not sure yet.
We're not sure what time it'll leave. It'll depend on what time everything wraps up at Advanced. Like, it does say that that advanced one goes quite late, but I don't think it'll go as late as what it says on the event.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be gone before what it says on the event, but it just depends.
And then of course, the next event is Joe's Diner, which we will also be at at some point throughout the night, which is at Joe's Diner in Eagle Farm. Super easy to get to, just off the highway.
It's a really good spot. If you haven't been to Joe's Diner,
it's right near where we picked up the Skyline from. We had to drive past Joe's Diner to go pick up the Skyline.
We did head out to Sydney.
And it was a long drive from the highway to the transport depot.
Long way out. Put the plates on in the rain.
Roll Racing Adelaide is on at the Ben Motorsport Park.
Now that's
5:30 till 11 p.m.
That's taking off big time. And I see some big cars out there as well at Roll Racing in Adelaide. Jason from Tough Mounts has had the Sigma out there. LS swapped Sigma. That thing's a cracker. But there's some big cars out there. Roll Racing's really taken off.
Yeah.
Sydney, Adelaide, Brisbane, it's all happening.
And you got the BCMC street meet at Rocky Hose in Narang.
Brisbane Car Meets and Cruising always put on a good show. They're very busy. Lots of stuff's always happening with those guys.
5:30 till 8:30. Cars and Coffee Colleges Crossing 7:30 till 10:30.
This is Sunday. That's Sunday.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Cars and Coffee at Colleges Crossing on Sunday at 7:30 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. 408 Mount Crosby Road, Chua.
We got some Cars
and Coffee Samford at Spokes. You got March breakfast at Rathdowney Hotel at 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Sorry, not 10 p.m. It's a long breakfast. Cars, Bikes and Coffee is on at Colleges by the River. 8:30 till 10:30. Cars and Coffee Byron Bay. 8:30 till 11:30. The farm at Byron Bay. That's actually a really good spot for Cars and Coffee.
It is.
Dubs and Dolls on the Hill in Picnic Point at Toowoomba. 9 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Yeah, some big events coming up in Toowoomba too. The laps of Ruffin, fat laps on Ruffin happening at the end of the month. I hope we can get up to that one. But
Chris Young's off.
See you, Chris.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, mate. Off to work.
The charity show and shine is on at Hall's Tyre Service, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m.
Any idea where that is?
Where's
Hall's
Tyre
Service?
I can find it out. They are 1 Mayfield Street, Murwillumbah.
Oh, okay. It's not too far.
Brisbane's best car, bike and truck show by the bay at the Waterloo Bay Hotel, 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. at the Waterloo Bow. Revive the Aratula Hotel Motel, 10 a.m. till 1 p.m.
Aratula.
Aratula Hotel Motel.
Maryborough, we've got a car display on up there at Harvey Norman as well.
And a barbecue.
10:30 a.m. at Harvey Norman.
And Sunday we also have Yank Tank, 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. And I think you were telling me we had a Jap. The Jap Classic Day. It may be because they didn't
We redid the date, right?
They redid the date but didn't actually change the event date, probably. It's probably just in the discussion of the event.
It hasn't popped into our calendar.
We may pop up there depending on how we feel on the Sunday and what we've got on.
Yeah. I've got to edit the video for next week because that's my job this week and I haven't even got there yet. I've been too busy with work and I've been too slack of an evening. So I've got a bit of work ahead of me.
Mum says, so Tyler, are you going to drop the Mirage over here tomorrow or do I pick it up Saturday? Well, I'm driving the Skyline to work at like 5:30 in the morning, so I definitely won't be dropping it off. But if you want to pay for fuel and tolls, then be my guest.
All right. What other comments we got there?
Says, should have boosted the Mirage for the challenge build.
Well, there was a discussion around that. We could have. Surely we could have done the Mirage for $1,000, but he is keeping it for a daily, so he doesn't want to drive the.
I do, but I don't.
Yeah, the Skyline is a daily.
I really want to drive it, but I don't want it to get damaged while I'm at work because the car park is
slide for what's on. Let's do it again. No.
Nah, it's all good. We've done it. It's over.
All right. There is the slide for our store. On our store, you will find many more products. Go and have a look.
Merch and binder.
Yeah, just go and have a look.
Jump in the Discord.
Have a look at the price of the
links.
binder.
Let's throw out all the links now. Jump in the Discord as well.
Look, if you check out the pictures of Tyler's car, you'll see the quality of what you can get with binder.
It's on our Instagram and our Facebook.
That is the quality of...
And I'll bring it up now. There it is again.
A non-detailer. Right? What's your car washing experience like?
Pretty not much.
Yes.
Don't watch the Mirage very much.
So
it gets done at like the car wash and I just get it down and take a cloth and get over it and soap it up at the car wash and just give it a quick hand wash while I'm there and then spray it off. Use the spray on wax that they have and wax it and that's about it. That's my car washing generally.
Okay.
So now that I have the Skyline, it's a little bit more, liberal. So
correct, but you've been able to produce a top quality job on there, thanks to binder.
Yeah.
There you go. Speaks for itself. Check it out. Have a look at the website. Have a look. Tell us what you think. Ask any questions you want. Send us a message on Facebook. Send us an email. Send us a message in Discord. And look, we can tell you the whole process of what you should do. There is some really cool products. There's, I don't even think we've got it out here. Even things like the bug and tar remover from binder, like it actually eats protein.
Yeah.
So it eats the bugs. So it will lift anything off. You've got pre-washers, like the pre-wash and the car wash works really good together as a snow foam. But so does the Fireball snow foam. It's very good as well. Don't take away from that. The tyre coating is exceptional. The iron remover. Now, if you watch the Fireball video, you'll see that I went, the iron remover is good. But the iron remover from binder is exceptional. It's really thick.
Yeah, if anyone wants to have a look at it on the weekend, we'll show them.
Yeah, show you it looks like a bloody snow globe, the bubbles that go through it. We don't have that one out on display.
But the thing with the pre-wash is we had a lot of people who asked in the Fireball video particularly if they don't have a pressure washer, can they still use it? With that pre-wash, you can just put it in your little pump bottle you can pick up from Bunnings and spray
or even a sprayer. Yeah, any it comes with them, not one of these, so you can use any of that stuff.
Well, that pre-wash, you just put it into one of those bottles, you fill it up with your water, and away you go.
Yep. so you can get away with that without having to use a snow foam cannon. The list goes on. The list goes on. The even the window cleaner. The window cleaner is brilliant. You don't have to it just goes like you one wipe. It's really easy to use, and then it polishes as well, and it's safe to use on window tints. All the car washes are all safe on coatings and stuff like that. They're pH neutral. There are so many good products. So and we can say, this is. I can show you what a good starter pack is for just getting a result on a starter pack, like what Tyler got on that car. I can show you what extended is further than that, isn't it? Because you didn't use every product to get that result.
No.
You didn't go through and use everything. You used a few and still got that result.
We got a couple comments. Scott says Uncle Rodney would come for a visit if Tyler boosted the Mirage. Gleno's off. Trevor is off. He said, see you guys in the right lane. Another good show.
See you in the rocket lane.
Paulie said, guess who's Maguire's bottle split and is all over the garage floor? I'm guessing Paulie's Maguire's bottle split, and maybe he wants some binder products on Saturday.
Now, your mate was over here today, Ryan, and he was doing some stuff with you with the binder, and he was impressed, right?
Yeah.
He's just spent over $1,000 on Auto Finesse out of the UK, right? And he was still impressed by the binder stuff too, wasn't he? Pity he didn't see binder before he spent over $1,000 on Auto Finesse.
Says, can pick a cheap gurney up for $60. Mal says he'll grab some products on Saturday. There you go.
Yeah, well, I'll talk you through it, Mal, and show you the ones that I believe are a must-have, and then the ones that would be really good to have, and then you make your own decisions though. You'll see I'll just tell you what's good and what's not, and make up your mind from there.
That's pretty much all we have for the show.
Yep.
And George says he needs to pick up a shirt for the car show season. Well, we do have international postage on the shirts, so check it out.
Yeah, we can send one over. Ratfink's already got one over there, Daytona Beach, wearing one around.
They are pretty expensive though, because it's kind of not very cheap for us to send it over there at the moment.
It's expensive for us, but I don't think it's as bad.
I don't know.
You let us know, George, because I think you get a good deal because
of the dollar.
The dollar exchange.
Our dollar's really bad at the moment, so
it seems expensive on our side, but we can, for them, it's half that, right? Because you get so much better on our dollar.
Yeah, one US dollar is currently $1.51 in Australia.
Yeah, so check it out and have a look at what the conversion rate is, because you might be getting a good deal. I assume it's a good deal. It looks like a good deal.
And Mal says, great show, guys. See you Friday and Saturday. You certainly will.
Thanks, Mal. We look forward to it, mate. I always love catching up with you. And
that's pretty much it for us. We've got some music.
It's about time to sign on out. That's the end of our slideshow.
It is. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.
Stay in that rocket lane.
Bye.